Hey, what's going on, guys? All right. So let me know if the sound is blown out. Hold on, let me check it real quick. All right, it's all good. Looks good. I really have to get a new mic, man. This thing is killing me. All right, so first of all, let me just say some housekeeping. Again, dude, I'm I'm growing at a pace where it's kind of hard to believe, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure. I mean, I understand what I'm bringing to the table. Hold on. There. I understand what I'm doing that's kind of new and innovative, but man, like the support has been really overwhelming. So I really appreciate that. Honestly, thank you guys to those of you who signed up as like YouTube members. Thank you to the new patrons. Honestly, thank you so much, guys. I'm truly grateful. Honestly, it's a huge boost of confidence knowing that your work is being appreciated, and yeah, honestly, I'm truly humbled. So yeah, now we just hit 7K. Um, we're already at 7.2. So yeah, stay tuned for the 8K subs live. But for now, we're gonna take it one stream at a time. So today is another AMA. AMA is Ask Me Anything. And that means that you guys have free reign to let me know what's on your mind. And yeah, anything you want to ask me, you can go ahead. And yeah, I'm going to dedicate 3 hours to you guys today. So we're just going to start at the top. He got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm glad. I just found this channel. It's amazing. Thank you. Who's everyone's favorite card? Mine's Magic Formula. What's up, all? Habitually nostalgic. I appreciate your message on eBay and I appreciate your purchase, man. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. All right, first question is Crispy doesn't mess around. He's like, you're gonna bother grading one of those Kaiba 25th Blue Eyes White Dragons? Probably not. I'll probably just buy one already graded. Even though I don't even like the graded aspect of those things. Like I don't like grading modern cards. The whole idea of grading for me is kind of just um like to me the whole idea of grading is to kind of authenticate it and verify it for somebody, for an investor that needs it, if that makes sense. Like I don't need grading myself. I can look at a card, I know what it is, I know how much it's worth, but investors need grading, and that's why I stand behind grading to an extent. No investor is gonna buy these new blue eyes, right? These new blue eyes is strictly for collectors. They're for people who wanted the prismatic blue eyes and they got it. So no, I probably wouldn't do it. I mean, this thing's. I'm telling you, when you see the quality of this thing, it's like, you know, it's gonna be pop 1,000, 2,000. It's gonna be crazy high, and yeah. So I think that I don't really think it's worth grading, and I like it more raw, to be honest with you. Like this is, I wanted to buy a Festa raw, but again, I'm not made of money, so I need to somehow. This was kind of my way to be able to get a raw copy. All right. Next, feels like we just did a stream yesterday. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm getting around like 100 subs a day, so probably around like every week, 1.5 weeks. How'd you hack the YouTube algorithm? It's great to see the channel getting the recognition it deserves. Yo, I don't know what I did, man. I just, I don't know what I did. I just started, actually, like the room tour video kind of broke open the floodgates, if that makes sense. That one has like 60K views, man. That's like crazy. So yeah, like that one is the one that helped me out the most, I would say. But then after I posted that, and I just started posting at least once a week, I think the YouTube algorithm picked me up, because now every video is #1, is doing the like this new one that I just posted. It set a new record. It set a new record. What's it called? Like I think it got like 5K views in the first day. It's not, the day's not even done. So yeah, I this one I kind of knew that it would do really well, because I knew that I was gonna get my cases early. Like I paid the guy super extra. I paid him a lot to get the case early, so that I can get it up early. And that's what she said. No, not that. That's what I said. And yesterday, I got them in yesterday at 3 p.m. The video was done at 5 a.m. Like I sat there 14 hours straight, recording, shooting the thumbnail, shooting all the A-roll, the B-roll, and then editing everything with my wife. That was a good 14 hours, no joke. Like 14 hours from each of us. So what happens is I record the A-roll, which is basically just me talking and stuff like that. I pass it on to her. She starts editing, and I'm shooting the B-roll while she's editing. And yeah, that took us like 28 hours in total. I'm never gonna be able to get that money back, like money wise, if that makes sense. Like YouTube pays me like, I don't know, like like at most $30-40 a video. So it's like I'm working, what is that, like $1 an hour? But I do believe that it will pay off later on, hopefully. So that's what I'm investing in right now. I'm kind of dedicating my time, if that makes sense, because a lot of things require money at the moment, and I don't feel too secure handing out money in this type of economy. So I'd rather just dedicate some time and try to maybe reap some fruits from that, if that makes sense. Congrats on 7K subscribers. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yo, congrats, man. 10K soon. I appreciate it, hopefully. Tell us how you got into Yu-Gi-Oh. I just watched the TV show when I was younger. I watched it. I watched my friends have cards on the playground. I could never really buy them because I didn't have a lot of money, and my parents, they thought it was gambling, so I couldn't even get like a starter deck or something. And that's how I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I came back around 2016 time because my friend, he showed me a really nostalgic, the DDS Blue Eyes, and I was like, oh wow, this looks sick. And I just started buying. Do you know anyone selling PSA 10 Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax? I have no idea what that is. Hey, I just want to say your videos are always high quality and entertaining. I've only cared about the TCG, but you've honestly made me really interested in collecting as well. Thank you, man. That's the goal, man. The whole idea of my channel is to bring awareness to the collecting side of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I feel like it's kind of overwhelmed and oversaturated on the pack pulling or the actual gameplay, and not enough recognition is given to the collecting side on YouTube. So that's what I'm trying to bring here, or trying to plug the hole, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone have asked before, but are you willing to do channel members? I actually just added that. It's not really anything special. Basically, it's I think $3 or $4 a month or something like that, and I'm basically just posting updates for the binders that I'm making right now. Like I posted a video like a couple days ago just showing the binders in detail, and I showed that on my Patreon as well. Like anywhere where somebody's like financially supported me, I just share that because I think that they might be interested in giving me some feedback for the binders. So yeah, but I don't plan on doing like anything crazy on YouTube. Like Number one, YouTube takes like a huge commission, 30 freaking percent. Like, what the hell is that? They already pay like nothing. So I don't know why they're taking 30%, but it's kind of just another way, easy way for you if you want to support me, if that makes sense financially. Were you ever an active TCG player? Which archetype is your favorite? I played Insectors. That was the only thing, but I never played like the actual physical game. Again, I couldn't afford cards, so the only like I could really only afford cards like once 2015 hit, and I was like way out of the game then. So yeah. Are the Kaiba briefcases limited supply? Yeah, they are. They were made to order, which means like they're not coming back, I think. And if they do come back, that will be a huge problem. But I don't think that they are coming back, if that makes sense. So I really like them, honestly. Like I was showing my patrons like a couple of other products where prop replicas have completely soared through the roof in terms of price. And those don't even include a reprint of the Jump Festa. So that's, I mean, to me, it's mind-boggling that something like that is still so cheap, in my opinion. Yeah, so I definitely picked up a few of these things, and I plan on holding them for the long term. I think in 5-6 years they'll be worth really good money. Have you seen unboxings of Ghosts from the Past? Yeah, I have seen them, man. I saw Jobber pull Dark Magician Girl, which is insane. Do you think DMG is going to stay at 800 after the official release of Ghosts from the Past 2? I don't think so, no. I think that those cards are going to go down once people start to see that they're all off-center. You can't get PSA 10s. That's going to distract a lot of people. And I think that that's going to hit a lot of the sales. And it's going to bring the average down. I think a really well-centered, clean Dark Magician Girl can hit 800. But I don't think a regular, everyday one is going to hit that. I don't think it's going to sustain. 800 is a lot for a card, man. Like, you guys have no idea. Like I know it seems like nowadays we look at freaking money, and it is like there's no denying that money got a lot cheaper, but 800 for a new card like that has no history, nothing, to me, I don't see like the value there. That's why I don't plan on buying any of those cards until like they tank, and then I'll pick up a few of them. What's one card / Yu-Gi-Oh product that you really want and is not in your collection? Pretty much in terms of cards, I have a link in the description. Let me edit that real quick, actually. I have a link in the description for all the cards that I'm missing, if that makes sense. So for my binder, hold on. Let me fix that up real quick. Yeah, so you'll see in the description now, it says wanted cards. So I need all of those cards in my collection that I don't have, and I don't have them yet. So that's so you'll see in the description now, it says wanted. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's one of the cards. In terms of sealed product, I need, like, I would love to have those prize cards sealed, like the G3 or the Festa, but those are like way out of my price range. I can't afford those. Another one would be like anything on my top 10 sealed product list. I would love to own those. Yeah, stuff like that. Most expensive misprint you've bought? I didn't buy. I traded for it. I traded for Ghost Rare misprint Rainbow Dragon. I traded a Shadow of Infinity hobby box for that, and the guy ended up opening it. What's your thoughts on DB1 as collectibles? PSA pop is super low and nostalgic. Konami's first reprint. I like DB1. I like the colors. I like everything like that. The only problem, and it's extremely rare. The problem I have with it is it's like reprints. You're going to need Yu-Gi-Oh to completely explode for reprints to start gaining value. So you kind of have to look at it like Pokemon. Base set 2 was like the bottom garbage of of a lot of the OG sets, like Legendary Collection and Base set 2. They were known as like the big garbage sets in the thing. You can always get them for cheap. when 2020 hit, that's when what's it called, started taking off. But that's the kind of reaction you need in order for reprints to take precedence, and I don't think we're gonna get that in Yu-Gi-Oh anytime soon, to be honest with you. Any more info on the binders? Yeah, they're being worked on right now. That's all I can say. I showed like a lot of the information on my member/Patreon page, but for the meantime, like they're working on them right now. Just do Duel Masters video and you will blow up. Yeah, for real. Yo, Sam doesn't do any regular videos anymore, man. Like, this guy is strictly, what's it called? Master Duel. And I don't blame him, dude. Like, this guy's getting like 200K every single video. Like, that's craziness. I wouldn't even dream of 200K views for a video. And he gets them like every single one. So that's kind of like, I mean, I don't blame him for doing that. I mean, you got to ride the wave when you have to, right? But yeah, I don't play the game, so I couldn't really do that though. It's so great to have a partner that supports you. Yeah, man. Finding yourself a good woman like really is game changer, especially when she kind of compliments you instead of competes with you. You know what I mean? Like the most toxic relationships I found is when the woman's trying to compete with the man, and it's just not gonna work. And when the woman kind of understands, like, hey, she's a compliment to you, all of a sudden you're gonna see a lot of things click, right? Because you're gonna be able to steer the ship while you have somebody in the back holding you down, right? And that's like the most important thing in the relationship, man. It's truly the most important thing. And it's really game changer. Like, to have somebody like in your family, even if it's not even your family, if it's like sister, brother, mother, father, who are able to work in your business and keep the money in the family, that's insane. You know what I mean? Like, it's much better to be able to give to the family than, you know, having to employ random people and bringing them on board, right? So when you're able to keep it in the family, you're able to grow dynastically. You're able to grow the business. And again, like I already explained it. You know what I mean? Like, you get to keep the money in the family. I bought a slab from you, one of my favorite Armed Dragons level 7, PSA 5, but I still want PSA 10 like the one you showed. The PSA 10 is actually for sale, but it's just a weak 10. That's the reason I haven't sold it. Because I don't want to deal with the returns or anything like that. But yeah, I thank you so much for your purchase, man. It really means a lot. Thank you for supporting my shop. Do you have any Armed Dragons level 10? Yeah, I have the original print one, the ultra rare. I have that in my binder. Do you remember the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh that you watched? I don't remember the first one, but the one that I remember the most is when they were playing those two masked guys, and they played with the Magnet Warriors, and then what's his face summoned Obelisk. That was the most memorable episode for me. Like, I was like, holy crap, that's badass. I feel the same way. I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. It scrolled down. Congrats on the 7K, road to 10K. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Hi, what do you think about the future of PSA graded on limb LOB cards, but OG print from 2002, LOB, Gaia, etc.? I know it will always be lower than first ed, but will they be step above reprints and worth? I don't really think so, to be honest with you. I just think the difference is way too minute, if that makes sense. I don't think it's big enough to warrant a premium, and that's why I don't collect OG, to be honest with you. Yes, bro, that's why I really like your channel. It's more for Yu-Gi-Oh collectors. I'm just a collector, not a player, so perfect for me. Thank you, man. What's your thoughts on the big three from Doc? I don't see much love for them recently. IOC. Well, those are player-based cards. They are not anime cards, and most collectors are anime watchers. They're not Yu-Gi-Oh players, because most Yu-Gi-Oh players, they don't really quit Yu-Gi-Oh, so they stay in the game. They'd rather put their money in the actual game instead of the collectibles, and that's why. So I never actually bought. I never liked any of those three, to be honest with you. I never bought BLS or CED. Um, I mean, yeah, I even when I went back into the game to try and collect the collection that I wanted, those were not on my list. So that's something that I definitely think that resonates with a lot of collectors, because a lot of them didn't have the chance to play the game or collect the cards when they were young, so they're able to do it now as adults with expendable incomes. So they're able to buy the cards that they couldn't buy before, and they didn't really care about BLS or CED or any of these cards that didn't have anything to do with the anime. Gotta get back to work. Much love to all in the SS to 110K. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Recently found your channel, man, and I absolutely love your content. Your collection is mind-blowing as someone getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Keep it up. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate it. If Konami actually cared about Yu-Gi-Oh! It'd be more popular than Pokemon IMO. Pokemon is pretty big. That's all I'll say about that. It's pretty huge. It's hard to compete with something like that. Enjoyed tuning into this session. Much love. Gotta go for a bit. Love your work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Are you going to pick up a 10,000 Dragon? Would love to know your thoughts on this card. I don't really like it. I think it's kind of gimmicky. It's not my thing. Hey, great to see you. Thank you, man. For real, for real. I'm sure you've been asked a million times, well, what do you do for a living? I buy and sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's kind of like you guys are looking at me like, oh, wow, look at his collection. But you have to understand, it's like going to a car dealership and saying, oh, wow, look at all these cars. Like, it's like you know what I mean? Like, that's his collection. I'm sure he loves cars, but it's also his business, right? So it's my job to have a bunch of inventory. Is your collection way better than everyone else's on YouTube? No, I don't think so. I think a lot of people have bigger collections than me. Omar, shout out to your unparalleled collection. I've seen you have a LM53 Dark Magician. Would you happen to have SM51 Blue Eyes or Red Eyes in your arsenal? I do not. I only have the Dark Magician. I had the SM51, but I ended up selling that. Love your channel, man. Appreciate your attention to detail and quality. Curious if you ever displayed cards in a frame before or will in the future. I hate that my cards are stuffed in a binder. Well, I always flip through my binder. Like my binder's literally on that table there. I was just flipping through it like literally right before I hopped on here. So I don't really need the frame. I do want to frame my PSA things. I had a deal going on with somebody who was supposed to send me one as like a sample so I can review it, but they ended up flopping. So I'm looking for another one to buy. So, and then I'll probably hang that up here or something so that I can display my PSA cards. Loomis and Umbra were the mask guys. By the way, hope all is well, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, Loomis and Umbra, those are the guys. Are the ghost pull rates higher this time in Ghosts from the Past too? It seems that way. Yes, it does. Where'd you get the Kaiba Corp briefcase from? I'm mad at myself for not pre-ordering. I didn't pre-order, Ben. I bought aftermarket, so I paid like $600 for this. You can get it on eBay, man. There's a bunch available there. If there's no hobby versus retail for FOTB to LODT, are there still different sources for cards in terms of boxes versus blisters and first ed versus unlimited? Yeah, there's a huge difference. I don't really want to go into that right now, so I'm making a video on this though. I'm making a part 3 to my GX hobby thingies. It's just I have so much videos like in the pipeline that it's kind of a little bit overwhelming, to be honest with you. Yo, love your channel, bro. Keep up the great content. Congrats on Kaiba's briefcase pickup. Thank you, man. This thing is absolutely incredible. Very cool on the frame. Thanks for answering. Good luck with the new one. Thank you. What archetype do you feel needs the most attention / support cards? I would say Toons. And most importantly, the one with the most overslept archetypes, Gamora. My man, you're talking to somebody who has never dueled in his life. I'm not the guy to ask, man. I have no idea what you're talking about, and what needs support and what doesn't need support. Like, I try to stay in my lane, bro. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about like the meta or anything like that. Refined question, but what did you do prior to your Yu-Gi-Oh as a career job? I did sales. I did sales at a jacket store. I was top salesman. I was really good at sales, honestly. I've always been really good at sales. Like, I'm good at identifying. I'm good at identifying unoptimized things in the market and what's it called, like flipping them, if that makes sense, and optimizing them. What's it called, when I worked at a jacket sales store, I was really good at that too, and I was top salesman like consistently in my at that work. And that was like all I did. I went to university. You guys know this. I went to university 3 times, got kicked out 3 times, and then I ended up just doing regular. I did the jacket sales, and then I started flipping figures on the side, and that's kind of what I did. And then Yu-Gi-Oh just came into my lap, and then 2020 happened, and then kind of everything exploded. Should I sell my house to buy shiny cardboard? Nah, you should not do that. All 3 GBI secret rares, PSA 10 or first ed PSA 10 Gaia the Dragon Champion, in your opinion? Gaia is not guaranteed, you have to pull him, but 3 is 3. Opinion on long-term worth. Gaia is not guaranteed. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what that means. What's the best sleeves to get? Go to my How to Protect Your Cards video. I explain everything there. I saw Jobber pull a DMG Ghosty on his first display. I'm wondering if the ratios are easier this time around. It seems that way. It does seem that they are easier, which means that there's more saturation of the cards. Anyway, I can buy that suitcase for 400 and he restocks for 300. No, because I don't think they're restocking at all. But if you can find for 400, send them my way, because I'll buy like 5 to 10 of them. What up, man? Keep up the awesome content. Thank you. What's your favorite rarity, and what's your favorite card that looks the best to you in that rarity? Magic Formula. I love secret rares. I think Magic Formula is my favorite card. How much will the Ghost Rare DMG be? I would estimate around, I would say like 300 to 400, I think is what it will like bottom at. Unless it's like super saturated, then you can see, I can definitely see 100, 200 bucks. I don't have a question at this point, but congrats on your channel's growth. Thank you for the great content. Thank you, Tupac. Is it easier to collect the OCG or TCG, and which one do you enjoy collecting more? I enjoy collecting OCG sealed product. I don't enjoy collecting the cards. In terms of TCG, I like collecting both. OCG though, I prefer to only stick to sealed product. Or stuff like this, where it's like home runs. How many videos do you have planned out? How often do you come up with new video ideas? It's kind of like I have a bunch of them, but which one I'm doing is kind of on the spot. It's like, do I have the product for it? Like, I try to have samples at least of everything that I try to talk about, because that way I can get the best footage. Some stuff I obviously can't, but I try to have something to show, if that makes sense. And sometimes I'm reliant on, a package coming in or trying to find the product or whatever. 8K total subscribers coming in fast. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What was the first ever card that you remember pulling, being really excited for? Dark Paladin from Duel Master's Guide. That was the first card I ever bought. Do you buy stocks or just crypto? Stock market is tanking. I just buy crypto. I don't really do stocks. Yeah, I'm sure it's tanking. I'm sure it's gonna tank even more. Yu-Gi-Oh forever, but I think you're Kaiba in real life. Nah, man, I'm far from that. Do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I just collect. Collecting cards in a binder is better than collecting cards in a slab. I agree with that. When I said Gaia is not guaranteed, I meant you have to pull him. In every game you buy, you will have to get God cards guaranteed. What do you think about that? Then I like the ones that you have to pull. Are you going to open any that goes from the past 2 on the channel? I might open 1 or 2 boxes simply because I'm getting them for free. So that's why I'm going to open those. But otherwise, I'm not planning to open a lot, to be honest with you. What was the worst graded card you received back and you felt like it was almost a perfect PSA 10? I never really had, like maybe PSA 7. Like I had a PSA 7 come back, I cracked it, I sent it back in and got a 10. So that's probably the worst one. How do you avoid cards and binders getting warped? Obviously, humidity and temperature in a house is a problem, but I don't want to have my cards in top loaders. My reprints get warped easily. I'm not sure how to deal with that, man. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't really have that kind of issue. I always use zip binders, so it's always kind of like tight on them. I never really had issues with warping. In the last AMA, you said you were doing a video with Sam. Have you filmed it? Love these videos. No, I have not filmed it yet. He's quite busy, man. He's quite busy with Master Duel. What do you think about Yu-Gi-Oh currently? You think Battle of Chaos set release era's the start of reamping the franchise, especially with Ghosts from the Past 2 being the next biggest? I don't know. I don't do modern. I don't really do modern at all. Yeah, I really couldn't tell you, man. Thank you for Gaia versus God cards opinion. I also think Gaia will be worth more long term. Yes, it will, absolutely. Gaia will be one of the rarest cards in the game. Jake, I live in Mexico right now and keeping them in the lowest temperature part of the fridge has been working a good lot. Any idea what Zexal box would be worth picking up to hold? Pretty much all of them, to be honest with you. What's your most expensive card? My G3 Dark Magician Girl. I see. Yeah, I think just more careful on climate inside will help. Do you think we'll ever see 2020 Yu-Gi-Oh prices ever again? Do you mean like the highs or the lows? I actually trade crypto daily. What crypto do you hold right now, and are you cash ready? I have cash. I've never bought on an exchange. All the crypto I received is usually people sending it to me like peer-to-peer. I've never purchased on exchange ever in my life. I have a good bit of BTC. I hold BTC and Ethereum and Monero. That's all I hold. I don't really trade, or I've been buying since 2016 or like trading stuff for Bitcoin since 2016, and I have not sold I have not sold a single one. But yeah, I do have cash ready. Like if it dips below 30K, I'm buying I'm buying a couple of them for sure. Do you like the silver Kaiba Corp sleeves? I've never tried them, man. I've honestly never tried them. Peak 2020 prices, I believe. I meant, I don't think so. I don't think it will reach that. Not in ever. You said ever. Yeah, it will reach that ever. Yes, of course. I mean, money is not going to be worth anything in the next 10 years. So you're definitely going to be able to get, you're definitely going to be able to get 10K. Like at the rate that we're heading, you're definitely going to be able to get it. So I don't have a doubt that we will get to those prices again. It just depends on how bad is the economy. I love your content, man. Thank you so much. I just saw your Instagram story about Collector. Looks really cool, but unfortunately it doesn't have graded system. It does have graded, man. It does have graded. I'll show you guys actually. This is gonna be really ghetto, but whatever. So let me show you. All right. So you go to, for example, Yugioh. All right, and then let's just say you have starter deck Yugi. Okay, you scroll down to the bottom and you see graded here. It has both BGS as well as PSA and first edition and unlimited, and you can select the grade as well. So I in my opinion, I think that this like honestly, look, I reached out to them. You understand? I reached out to them. It's not like they reached out to me. I told them, look, I want a piece of this, because this is truly this is a revolutionary app in my opinion. I think it's going to do well, very, very well long term. So I told them, hey, look, I would love to work with you guys. I would love to support you guys in any way I can. And I went out and yeah, so I reached out to them. It's not like they came to me. So it's not like they're paying me or anything like that. I went to them. So yeah, it does have graded system. The only thing that I told them about is I need them to add a feature where you can add your own prices. So like, for example, Dark Magician right here, I want to be able to add what I paid for it so that I can keep track of what I paid, right? And then that will be truly like the game changer aspect, because that's the only thing that's holding me back from putting all my information on there instead of just keeping them on Excel. So and they are adding that within the next 2 weeks. So that's going to be really, really, really well done. Honestly, I think they did an amazing job. Do you think Joe Biden is a dummy? I think he's senile. He's old. Do you buy sports cards or Pokemon? I don't have Pokemon. I have sealed Pokemon games as well as sealed Pokemon boxes. That's it. If the economy will be that bad, who's going to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on how bad inflation gets. If it gets to a point like 2020 where it's it's like super inflated, but it's not hyperinflation, and then you're going to see assets go up. If you're going to see hyperinflation, you're not going to be able to see assets go up. They're going to go down. Commodities are going to start going up. I'm starting to realize how much occult symbolism is in popular media. With that being said, are you going to watch the new Doctor Strange? It's full of symbolism, judging from the trailer alone. Yeah, I mean, Doctor Strange itself, the whole Doctor Strange, I don't want to get into that. I want to try and stick to Yu-Gi-Oh on this one, because a lot of people are they're not enjoying both talks, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, it's very present. Like, there's not a single thing that goes through to the online world, to the Hollywood world, that is not at least 35% symbolism. Don't worry, Heaven's Got a Ghetto was looking for something like this. Yeah, it's a really amazing app, man. I highly recommend all of you guys to check it out. It's super, super convenient. How often do you have DDS Blue Eyes? I don't really have raw copies anymore, man. They're all in Yu-Gi-Oh collectors soon. Yu-Gi-Oh in VR coming soon. That's game changer. First to mention. For sure. What did you do to have enough money to spend it into Yu-Gi-Oh cards? It's my job, man. It's like, again, it's like you asking a card dealership, what did you do to have money to buy all these cards? Well, it's his job. It's his business. Do you consider yourself one of the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh collectors? No, I don't. I was especially humbled the other day when I went to drop off a booster box to somebody. Dude, no joke. This guy had at least 500 boxes of 5Ds and before, okay? I'm not joking. He had like a case, or like actually at least 2 cases of Duelist Genesis. He had like a case of Gladiator's Assault. It was so disgusting. Like, when I saw that, and that was not even his full storage. Like he was like, yeah, I have more like in another place. I was like, what the hell? That guy actually, he was buying my Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, like back in like 2019, 2018. That card was really cheap. It was like $15, and I used to buy them and grade them, and then I would sell them for like $300. And that guy bought 5 of them. I never met him. I just kept shipping to him. But then he messaged me on Instagram, and he's like, hey, are you selling this box still? I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, would you take this? I was like, yeah, I'll take it, no problem. And I went to drop it off, and I saw his thing. I saw his collection. I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, it's actually disgusting how much stuff he had. Yeah, it's, I was like, he had like 8 boxes of Magician's Force First Edition. 8, okay? Not 1, not 2, 8. Okay, like that's crazy. And yeah, it was kind of very humbling. Like, he had like 2 or 3 cases of Phantom Darkness. Like, Phantom Darkness is one of the rarest boxes of all time, and this guy had 3 cases of that, and he's never sold. Like, he has not sold a single item since he started collecting. He's been collecting since like 2008. Imagine that. It's so disgusting. So no, I'm not the biggest collector. Would you ever trade your Yu-Gi-Oh collection for a super nice house or something else of major value? I trade sometimes. Like I trade cards for watches. I trade cards for like, I would trade like stuff, but I wouldn't trade it for stuff that I can't sell. Like, I don't want to just get rid of my whole business and then be stuck with a house and not be able to make money to feed myself, right? Like, this business allows me to feed myself and feed my family, right? So I wouldn't give it all up for just one house. Like, I have no interest in that. What am I going to do with a bunch of empty bedrooms, right? I finally got all my cards in a binder. Feels good. Yeah, for sure. That's like the best feeling, man. When are you going to tell Grandpa that he should sleeve his LOB Blue Eyes? I told him. He was like, no human hand will touch this. Got some Card Guardian binders. Oh, that's good, man. Are you into soccer? I watch highlights. I don't really watch like the sport of soccer. Hey Omar, love the new video today. Absolutely insane. Thank you, man. I hope I brought awareness to that case because it truly deserves it. It's a wonderful product. How do you guarantee your packs are guaranteed unweighed and the same box odds? Are they all from boxes / blisters? Well, I don't guarantee the same box odds. Like, if you're buying 24 packs, I don't guarantee that you're going to get 6 holos, but they are unweighed because I went through them and I opened some myself. And I saw that you can pull holos, so that's why they're unweighed. And the guy who what's it called, like, sold them to me, like, he had hundreds. You understand, hundreds of packs. It's not like 1 or 2 packs he's trying to sell to me, right? He had like hundreds. It was like a whole storage warehouse. You think he weighed all those? What did you do before trading with Yu-Gi-Oh? I told you I did what's it called, things like I did things like selling jackets, and I was a jacket salesman. Also, I did statues. I would trade figures and statues. I like your producer and consumer talk. Can you go into a little deeper on that? Like, what things would be better to do yourself than just to buy? Very interesting question, man. Very interesting question. So usually the way that I go about it is this. For example, is this the first criteria is how useful is me learning about this? Okay, so for example, the washing machine that we had a dishwasher. It needed cleaning. Okay, so I had to take it apart. Now I can hire somebody to take it apart and clean it for me, or I can go online and look it up and try to fix it myself. If I'm able to retain the knowledge that I gained from opening the washing machine, putting it back together, stuff like that, that is of use to me later on, because number one, I could reuse it many times. Number two, I can offer that service to somebody else if shit hits the fan and I don't have money, I don't have anything that I can offer people. At least I can use that as a service. I can help them, fix their washing machine. So that's one thing, for example. The criteria is how useful is it? Number two is how much time I have to dedicate. For example, the reason that you hire dishwasher, like a dishwasher cleaner or a repairman, is because that person has done it so many times that when you pay him, for example, like $100 an hour, if you were to go work for 5 hours and make that $100, versus if you pay him the $100, or if you don't pay him and then you go and work 10 hours on the washing machine, all of a sudden that washing machine has taken double of your time. You could have saved yourself the time and given it to somebody else who is more efficient than you, and he's able to provide that service for you while you save an extra $100 because you were able to work for 10 hours, waste 5 hours in order to repair the machine, and and then you're able to keep $100 in your pocket because you didn't waste 10 hours. This is really important to know because number one, this teaches you what value is, like how to understand how valuable something is. Like how much time do I have to give up? Because that's the only currency you have, right? Like the only thing you can offer the world is your time, right? That's why you spend time, right? Like you spend it because that's literally what you don't, you can't, what did they say? They say you can't buy time, right? You can't. You can only spend it. And it's because it's a one-way thing. So that's the only currency you have. So it's like, how could I most efficiently, maximize my time? So that's one thing. So I can hire an editor, for example, for my YouTube videos, and I'm getting to the stage where I am hiring an editor, but I'm starting to realize that it's a lot more work to just do it myself. And then the reason I chose to do it myself for the editing, I could have probably paid somebody like $75. Like actually, I had somebody who's willing to work for $75. Like Team Sam, like his editor was willing to do the video for $75, but I just kind of wanted to learn myself how to do it so that number one, when you know how to do the thing yourself, people can't scam you, right? Like they can't tell you like, oh, I spent 20 hours on this video, when you know that this video takes like maybe 5 hours to edit, right? So that's number one. Number two, you're able to understand on their side if you're overworking them, right? Like if for example, if for example you like you have these managers that they tell you to stay overtime or do this and do that and do this and do that, and for some reason they're not understanding that you can't keep up with the schedule. It's because they've never worked that same job, you know what I mean? Or they've never had enough experience in that job to be able to discern like, hey, I'm overworking this person. So that's kind of a big thing. It's basically how much value does it add to your life? Learning how to edit your video, fix your bike, clean your dishwasher, fix your TV, installing something, right? Like this is the thing that really bothers me with the older generation. The older generation thinks like as soon as you're done university, that's it. All education is not. Your job is to go to work, come back, and pay this money to everybody to service you, right? Because you're done learning. There's no more learning. All the books are complete, when you're done university. And I don't agree with that. I'm the type that believes that you have to keep learning every day. If you don't learn something today, you basically wasted your day, right? And you only have let's count them real quick. You have, let's just say 80 years, 365 days. You have 29,000 days. That's all you have to live. You understand? 29,000. That's not a lot. Think about that. 29,000 days. That's all you have to live from the day you're born. Now, I'm 27. I already wasted like a third of that, right? I don't know how old you guys are, but all of that kind of that should incentivize you. Like, hey, dude, I'm not maximizing my time here. Like, once you put it into days, like you think about 29,000 days. That's all you have. That's all you have to live. Like, that's craziness. So basically, the main criteria is maximizing these days in order to learn as much as possible. If you're spending 500 hours on fixing the washing machine, I'm sure you could have taken these 500 hours and put them into 10 different things, 50 hours each, and learned a lot more in that time. Because why? You realize that, you know, learning about washing machines is not your forte. So that's that's one criteria that I use, as well as the money, the time, how much time I spend on the thing, how much time I'm gonna waste. So that's one thing. And then I always try to learn anything with sales. If I'm buying something, I always try to learn about the market. My camera, I had to make sure I got it at a deal. You know, these lights right here, the lights I had before, I got them I bought them for $100. I used them for like 3 years, and I sold them for $125. I sold them for $125. Everything is like that. You understand? Like, every single thing is like that. Or I try to do it as much as possible. Now, furniture, for example, doing that is probably not worth it for me. But I never buy new furniture, right? Like, I always buy used furniture. But even with furniture, I try to always get a good deal so that I can flip it. Like, for example, I have this TV stand right here. I went shopping around. I ended up getting it for super dirt cheap. I listed it on eBay, not eBay, on like the local website marketplace. If it sells, I'm gonna take that money and buy a new one, okay? Because that profit is gonna allow me to buy something new, new furniture there. This thing right here, you know how much I paid for this? $30 Canadian. $30. That's one of the best looking shelves you'll ever see. I paid $30 for that. That's kind of how you have to go about it. Like, it's like every single thing you look at it, it's like, hey, could I get this for cheaper? Could I get this for cheaper? Where can I get it for cheaper? There's some things that I don't compromise on. So things like food, I don't compromise on. Shoes, I don't really buy used. Everything else, I don't recall buying anything else new, to be honest with you. Just shoes. I don't buy mattress used. I don't buy food used, or food cheap, or like cheap food. Do I compromise anything else?
No, you just want to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck. Like,
yeah, like that's just what it is. Like, every single thing, I try to get the best bang for your buck. And this kind of annoys the people around me too, because, like, for example, my wife wants something. I'm not happy unless I get a good deal for it. It literally itches in the back of my mind.
We've been shopping for bikes for a year.
We've been shopping for bikes for a year, okay? We went to fix our bike. I saw that buying like a new bike is like $150. We went to repair the bike that we have to, and they tried to charge me $80, bro. Like, I couldn't sleep knowing that I'm paying $80 to fix this damn bike when the damn new bike is $150. And I ended up looking online. I tried to find, like, because the rim was damaged, I crashed my bike when I was riding it. And I was looking around and I was like, dude, I can get this rim for cheaper. And I ended up actually like learning a little bit about rims, like double rim, like single rim. disc brakes, which ones are compatible with disc brakes, which ones are not. And that kind of knowledge kind of resonates in your mind. And if you truly are paying attention, you're able to recall it later on in life, and it might come of benefit. But anyway, that was a huge ramble. Hopefully that helped. Do you think it's a good idea to invest in Yu-Gi-Oh? I think so. Tax the poor. That's what it is usually. Thoughts on stockpiling photon shockwave GEPD? I don't know what GEPD is. In terms of the ghosts, I have no idea, man. I don't really do singles past like GX. It must have felt surreal, like a dream, to see those cases the guy had. Yeah, it really was. It was kind of really like kind of shocking. Like when I came home, she's like, "Why you look like you seen a ghost?" I was like, "Damn, there's so much product out there." What should I look for in a good jacket? So, well, I do. I'm not gonna go into that. I think you're trolling me, but what's it called? I like Macaj. I like the Macaj brand. I think that they do really good work. Has the growth from your YouTube channel helped bring in more sales within your business? Not really, to be honest with you. Maybe some cases. A lot of like the people who are clicking the links in the description to shop, those people have really helped me out. Like I earned like a couple $100 from those people. And those really, those are the people that are paying the bills, to be honest with you, so I can produce more content. So if you're buying anything, use the links in the description. Doesn't cost you anything. It just gives me like 3 or 4% from the eBay fees that they're going to charge the seller. They give it to me instead. Still hilarious how expensive ghost shares are. Remember back when they were under $20 back in the day? Yeah, I remember when a guy had a page of Ghost, Stardust, and Black Rose, and he wanted to sell them all to me for, like, it was nine Ghost first edition. He wanted to sell them all for $200. And I was like, are you crazy? $200? I can buy Nike shoes with that. Do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh figures? No, I don't. I only have like the statues, like this one right here and this one right there. That way. I remember this exact conversation about producers and consumers, maybe the stream before last. Now I'm starting to stockpile up on small Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon Seal collection. Man, I'm loving this app. Can't thank you enough for yeah, enjoy, buddy. If you ever decide to hire an editor, I would love to work with you. I'm a freelance video for editor. I'll do it for much cheaper than $75. Really? If you can you do my type of work though? That's the key thing though. If you can do my type of work, let me know, and I definitely would be down to work with you. What's one thing that you'd recommend? Oh shit, it's good. What's one thing you'd recommend to Konami if they asked for your advice? I think, in my opinion, they should go back to partnering with UDE. I think that was a big mistake. I think UDE did an amazing job campaigning their product. Nowadays, we don't get anything like look at this. This is what UDE gave to winners back in the day. Look at that. Imagine how much care they took when they were like hosting the tournaments. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Imagine somebody could win regionals and win this giant ass Millennium Puzzle. Regionals. Not we're not talking like world championships, nationals, anything like that. Regionals. People can win this. Imagine how much care they took into their product. Now we don't get anything like this. We'd be lucky. This is as far as we get for the OCG, and this was $300. We get like silver blue eyes for $1,000. How do you know what's going to be valuable in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know, man. I don't. I can only buy what I like and then see where that goes, to be honest with you. I remember you really wanted that early print Dark Magician Gold. Finally got your hands on it. Currently, is there any other card you're trying to chase, or is your ultimate end goal? I would like to get Festa in PSA 10, but I don't think I'll be able to get that. Hey, got a question. Is it worth getting a really mint 25th anniversary Dark Magician Gold graded? Love the channel. You're great. Thank you. And I think so. I think it's a beautiful card. 8K sub Q&A next week. Yeah, for real. You guys are going to probably get tired of me by... If I feel like that people watching are getting bored of it or something like that, I'll probably just like do it every 5K or something like that. People who can repair your washing machine in 30 minutes, is possible that the first time they tried it took them 500 hours. It's a learning process. You just need to find something nice that you want to learn. Exactly. One thing that I want to touch on is this is actually how most businesses are started. You understand that? Like, it's most people taking the time to fix something or make something, and then all of a sudden other people want them to do it as well for them. And then all of a sudden they start doing a business. You understand? Like when I built my computer, I think it was like 2011 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But when I built my computer, I learned how to build it. And then I ended up building it for 2 other people. And they paid me to, basically I got my computer parts for free. You understand? And that is a type of business. That's how most businesses are started. It is not by... most businesses are not done by, you go and spend millions of dollars. The best businesses always start by committing your time instead of your money. Every single successful business is usually done this way. You give up your time, which is a lot more valuable than money, which is a lot more irreplaceable than money. And when you dedicate it to that, you're able to recoup business from other people. And that's how most businesses start. Go ask any repair shop. Tell them how they started. I'm sure they'll tell you, I was fixing my iPhone. I was downloading Cydia. I was jailbreaking my iPhone. You understand? That's how I did, like back in high school, that's how I hustled, man. Like I would do like, I jailbreak somebody's iPhone. I would do like all of that, this and that. There's this, gold shop that was like near my place. What's it called? Like he would outsource to me sometimes to jailbreak people's iPhones. Like that's literally unlock their iPhones. That's how most businesses start. It starts with you giving up your time, learning a skill, and then giving it back to the people, and they'll pay you for that. Where do you get your water from? Berkey. 100% relatable. No hat video when you ride a motorbike. No, I crashed my regular bike, like literally bicycle. I was trying to make a sharp curve, like sharp turn, and then what's it called? Like my bike flew off, and I flew off the bike. Are you selling any complete binder collections from the first 11 Yu-Gi-Oh series? Just looking for first edition non-played cards. I mean, if you have a ton of money, I might be able to help you out, but it's going to be very expensive. Do you think it was funny when Sam got robbed by PSA in that video y'all did together? No, I didn't think it was funny, man. I thought it was pretty scummy of PSA, man. Waste people's money like that. I need protection for my booster boxes, but shipping to the UK is a pain. Can anyone help me out? Well, I do it for $25, and you can order up to like 25 cases. So I don't think that's a bad price, to be honest with you. I just got back a PSA 10 Starlight Rare Stardust Dragon. Should I hold it or sell it? Is it a good card? I think it's good. I think it's a beautiful card, to be honest with you. 200, unbelievable. I don't remember what I said. What did I say about 200 again? Oh yeah, 200 for the Ghost Shares. Yeah, it was, yeah. This was like 2012. Did you always believe you're going to make Yu-Gi-Oh your way to make money, or did you have backup plan or other career paths in mind? No, man. Like I said, like it's literally how I started. I started exactly how I start everything else. I first of all, I started with figures. I was like, okay, I wanna buy some figures. I don't really want to spend out of my own money, so I have to be able to make money through the hobby in order to buy what I like. And that's what I did. I bought and I learned a bunch. I learned about all the great releases, and then I bought and I sold, and I kept keeping pieces in my collection. And then I ended up getting literally the holiest of grails in the statue game. It's called Doctor Doom on Throne. I ended up picking that up like to kind of cherry on top of my collection. And then I ended up moving into jackets. Jackets, I started learning everything I can. And then all of a sudden, I became very good at it. And then in the meantime, I also did... What the hell? Why is it doing that?
What? Is it the sun?
Oh, never mind. And that's kind of what I did. And it just so happens that Yu-Gi-Oh kind of took off. But if Yu-Gi-Oh decides to flop, again, even as Yu-Gi-Oh is doing really well, I'm not just sitting on my ass, trying to hope that Yu-Gi-Oh sustains me for the rest of my life. You understand? I'm not doing that. I'm actively learning. Every day I spend so much time learning how to edit, learning how to do all these special effects, because I want to improve myself and have another revenue revenue stream coming my way through YouTube. You know what I mean? I open Patreon so I can give my knowledge to other people who want to try and invest in Yu-Gi-Oh. And then I do like a bunch of things so that I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly improving myself so that I don't have to just sit on my ass, accept that Yu-Gi-Oh is going to pave the way for me. This is the problem. This is honestly, like, I'm not raving on anybody who has a regular job. I respect the hustle. But this is the problem with the regular job. The regular job, it gives you comfort. And human beings are not made for comfort. Human beings are made for stress. You understand? When you want to build muscle, you have to literally stress out your muscles in order to grow them. Same thing with your brain, right? Like most people who want to solve math equations, they have to sit there and stress their brain out in order to like learn how to solve the problem. Same with the muscle in the body. The human mind is made for scarcity and stress. Okay? In this world today, we have comfort and abundance, and this is the problem. This is why a lot of people are struggling. You have to keep the fire under your ass. You always have to do that. It's very important in order to... There's the problem with a regular job, with a pension, with government jobs, is the fact that you are taking the easy route. And that's not how you have to live life. You understand? When you go to die, it's not how you want to live. You don't want to die knowing, okay, I worked my whole life, I don't know, answering phone calls. You need the fire under your ass, especially if you're a man. Like if you're a man and you want to be a masculine man, you have to keep that fire in order to keep pushing yourself forward. Sure, I made a good amount of money in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not settling. I don't settle. I keep going forward. I keep pushing forward. I keep trying to achieve more. I keep trying to get more. Why? Because it's not because I need more money. It's because I need my brain to be constantly working. I need my brain to be constantly active. I can't settle for getting a paycheck from this employer because I'm doing a dead job, like where a brain dead job where I'm just doing nothing for 8 to 5, from 9 to 5 every single day. You understand? So I'm not against the hustle. All I'm saying is when you go to these jobs, and that's how I started. I started with that kind of job. You have to go to sleep telling yourself, I need to do something more. You understand? I need to do something more. And you wake up, you do something more. You don't just ignore that. So in my opinion, I think that this is the most important thing in our world today that is missing. It is the fact that we don't have stress. We need stress. We lose a lot of our human aspects when we don't have stress. We need it, in my opinion at least. Or we don't become better. Wasn't trolling about jackets. You seem to be an expert in everything you do, and I love to hear experts talk about their old work. Yeah, I would recommend Macaj jackets as, in my opinion, out of all the brands that I saw, I thought Macaj jackets did the best. But I think they're Canada exclusives only. Where did you get that white sleeve binder? Stay tuned. That's upcoming. That's coming soon. Why is this computer doing this? What the? It's like literally powering down because there's not enough light. It's like, yeah, it's auto brightness. Yeah, okay, there, fixed it. Where did you buy the Yugioh 25th anniversary Ultimate Kaiba set? I bought it from eBay, man. What happened to your old outro? That song was hot, bro. It was, wasn't it? I just looked at the algorithm, and apparently you have to do certain things in order to improve the click-through rate for the next video. And the song, even like I tried to get the catchiest song, but it still wasn't enough. I think my click rate was like 1%. As soon as I started the new outro, it improved to 2%, which is really good in my opinion. And yeah. So I had to get rid of it, unfortunately. Do you do third-party grading with PSA? Price per card? I want to grade a morphing jar TP2. I think you already messaged me, man. I think you already messaged me about that. Right now, I think they're charging you like $100, so I probably charge $125 to grade, to do the work for you. But I strongly recommend that you learn yourself. I love your knowledge about life, man. Glad to tune in. Thank you. David Goggins of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know what that means, man. You use tap water and Berkey filter. Yeah, that's what I use, yeah, right now. I'm not advanced enough. But it filters like the fluoride and everything. Like the water almost kind of tastes like bland because there's literally nothing in it other than H2O. Yeah, so it kind of like you kind of start thirsting for regular water, to be honest with you, because or like fluoridated water, because it literally feels like you're not tasting anything. I saw the 25th set ages ago. I bought it today after seeing your video. The OCG cards are so much nice. Bro, when you hold them in your hand, you're going to be like, what is this? Like, get rid of this TCG garbage away from me, man. Man, you have really interesting takes on life. Came for Yu-Gi-Oh! And was surprised to hear you talking about things like inflation. It's hard, bro, when the when the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market completely explodes, when they print $6 trillion. It's hard not to talk about it. Flora is good for you. Don't filter that out. Agree to disagree, man. I don't agree that it's good for me. Do I have a TikTok? I have one TikTok that I did, and I got bored. TikTok is more about spam. I don't like it. Are you stoked for Kenobi? What is that? Is that like a new Star Wars? Favorite soda? I don't drink, man. I don't drink soda. I haven't drank in like, what, 2 years? Yeah, like two to 3 years at least. You should post snippets of your YouTube videos on TikTok. Think it could gain a lot of traction. You know, I actually want to hire somebody to do that. That's something that I want to hire somebody to do, because I don't really like TikTok. I don't like the way that it operates, where it's like you have to post 4 or 5 times a day in order to get caught on the algorithm. What's it called? yeah, I don't, I don't, like you guys see with my content, again, I just like that once a week, you get that hit of knowledge and you keep it going. That's kind of, my thing. It's because the guy who asked about the soda said awkward silence. That's jokes. You should. Will you sell your entire collection? You could retire off of it. Yeah, if you just missed my entire spiel about about comfort, I don't want to retire, man. I have no plans of retiring. I don't want to do that. I want to keep what's it called? Like like if you mean by retire as in what do you mean by retire? As in like not go to work, just go sit on the beach all day? I don't want to do that. That's not the kind of life I want. I definitely want to keep working, if that makes sense. Yo, Kels, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you increase the f stop or decrease it? More, the whole thing, all the way. More. Good, and then lower the ISO. More. No, too much. Down. Up. More. No, up. Good. There. Thanks. There.
I can't see it.
No, I understand. My fault.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, so I don't want to retire. I want to keep working. I enjoy what I do. What would be a good value graded card to pick up right now? Like one that you see as not super expensive. Maybe I will want to retire if I ever have children, because I would want to spend more time with them. But right now, there's no chance. There's retirement where you stop working and financial independence. Where you stop working and financial independence when you keep generating money from investments and don't need to work but still do. Financial independence is a good form of comfort. Yeah, I have that. I mean, I don't really like. I don't have to wake up and worry about work. I have enough going for me right now that I'm able to. But also at the same time, my expenses are super low. Like I don't spend money on anything. $35 shelf. That's how you know. So yeah, I think, but I kind of set myself up. Like, so some examples I'll give you guys. Number one, like I didn't move out of my parents' place until I felt like I was ready. Okay. My parents set up a foundation for me to do that. So that definitely helps. But it also, your parents can set that up for you and you can still, shit the bed and still leave early because you want, a little bit more freedom or whatever it is. You don't want to hear their nagging or whatever. I'm the type where I kind of have the forethought to think, okay, look, if I leave right now and I pay $1,500 in rent every month, is that really worth it for me to do, right? Or would I rather just suck it up, save money, and then move on? So that's something that I did where I know my friends, they didn't do that, even though their parents are more than willing to house them. There's obviously the other spectrum where it's basically the guy takes advantage of his parents, but we're not talking about that. So that's one way I set myself up for financial independence, or I'm not reliant on, I have to wake up and do this. I wake up and still do things, right? Like for the video that I put out, again, I stayed up until like 5 a.m. To put it out. Like that's just it, but it wasn't out of like I could not do it and I'll be okay. You understand? I could not do it and I'll be okay. So that's the kind of idea that I'm trying to get at. And I don't know if this will continue. Who knows, really? I don't know if I'm giving myself too much credit or whatever, but I don't know. I hope that it continues because I enjoy this freedom that I have. Like I didn't rope myself into like a crazy mortgage. I didn't rope myself into, anything ridiculous like that. So yeah, I don't need to I don't have any attachment to the system per se. So water is your favorite thing to drink? Yeah, I don't really drink. I drink apple juice, pineapple juice occasionally, but for the most part, I've only been drinking really water. Fluoride in water helps your teeth. Main reason it's here. It won't harm you. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Grad next year. Again, man, I disagree. I understand the mainstream point of view on fluoride, but I don't agree with it. And I'm more of an alternative science kind of guy. I like to adhere to alternative sciences. I don't really deal with the regular medical system. How do you deal with stress? I don't really get stressed. The only time I really get stressed is kind of like, if I do, I kind of snap out of it quickly. Like it doesn't resonate, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I do get it. Like there's no denying that, but it's like, I'm kind of able to snap back into shape very quickly. Like maximum, like I don't remember a time where it's like hung around more than like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So that's number one, because I forget easily. Like I'm very forgetful. I own like like my wife, we have discussions about like why I can't remember anything that is of anything. I can't remember most things other than what's really important to me. So I don't really remember a lot of things. So I forget very easily. That's number one. And number two, I don't really have a lot of I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't want to sound like what's his face, Will Smith's son. I don't whatever the guy's name is. I don't want to sound like super preachy, but the material truly doesn't really resonate with me that much. Like it doesn't impact me that much. I've lost money on some things. And I was like it hurts, but it more hurts because like I made the mistake. Like how could I be so stupid as to do something like that? It's not really about the money, if that makes sense. And that was even when I was like not even like I didn't have anything to my name. You know what I mean? And I still it didn't really hurt me as much losing money. It hurt me more like it's like how could you fall for something like that? You know what I mean? And it was like I still can't like believe it in my head that I fell for something like that. But yeah, for stress, it's just very. I don't really get stressed that often, honestly. It's very hard for me to get stressed out. What do you estimate your total Yugioh value is at? Like 1.5, 1.5 probably, 1.5 to 2, depending on like how conservative you are or generous. What's your goal for YouTube? 10K subs. My goal for YouTube is for every Yu-Gi-Oh collector to know everything there is to know about the game. That's the goal that I want. So, or anybody that's interested in collecting Yu-Gi-Oh to have a resource where they can learn everything that there is to learn about the game through my channel. That's my goal. It's not really about the number of subscribers. The subscribers is kind of just a badge that you can kind of wear, knowing that, hey, 7,000 people are tuning in to learn about Yu-Gi-Oh, if that makes sense. Are you into psychedelics? I mean, I tried, but it's not, it just tasted way too bad for me, man. Like, I have a very sensitive tongue. Like, if I don't like the thing, I would literally yak so easily. And it was really bad when I tried it. Like, I tried ayahuasca, and it was this, like, the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten in my life. It was worse than mushrooms. And I mean, like, real mushrooms, like physical mushrooms. Now, I'm not talking about psychedelic mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Holy dude. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted in my life. Like, there's literally no way you can get addicted to it. That's how disgusting it is. It's strictly sealed 420 friendly. I don't smoke, if that's what you mean. I don't smoke myself, but I don't have a problem with somebody smoking. I think I have a problem with it if it's affecting their life. I don't think you should be trying to escape with it. But again, like it's your body, your choice. Go ahead, do what you want. When I'm stressed, I listen to Omar's old outro 69 times. It's so catchy, man, isn't it? Eh? It's so catchy. Why is LeBron the GOAT? I think you mean Michael Jordan. um, have any raw or graded sacred alti of Nefties that you're willing to sell? I think I have like a raw unlimited. I have a raw unlimited that I'll be willing to sell, but I don't really sell altis unless you're giving me like an amazing deal. So yeah, like you just gotta put that out there. I'm not gonna give it for market because I don't think market value for I don't think market value for altis is worthy of selling at. LOL, solid channel. Thanks, man. Bismillah. Any opinion on the Dragon Ball TCG? Those cards are the best looking IMO. Bandai puts out really beautiful cards. There's no denying that. Really, really good looking cards. Do you collect much OCG? A video breaking down OCG sets would be dope. I am. It's in the pipeline, man. I have so many videos in the pipeline. I do collect some OCG, but only series 1 and 2. That's usually what I collect. I don't really do anything else. Did you know this year we'll have a One Piece card game? Yeah, I know about it. The only time this was something I discussed on my Patreon. I don't get why these like companies have to produce card games. Bro, like I'm not interested in playing no One Piece game. If you make a card with an amazing artwork, make it a secret rare. I don't give a shit about playing the damn game. You don't have to make it a game. I hate the text on the page. Literally get rid of all that crap. Make a nice artwork, put it in a card, make it look like a stamp or something. Like you know how like not obviously not stamp size, but like make it a collectible art. Like the best example is Topps Chrome Pokemon. Those cards are amazing. Literally do something like that. Why do you have to make it a game? Like nobody's interested in playing your stupid games. Or at least, okay, I'm generalizing here. I'm not interested in playing the stupid games. I don't have time for it. I would love to collect One Piece cards. I would love to have a binder where I have a picture of all the Straw Hats, right? Like I would love something like that. You don't need to make it a game. I'm not. Don't blast it. Don't put text on there. You know, don't put anything like that. If you do, put it on the back. No problem. I don't have a problem with you putting it on the back because I'm not gonna see it. But you don't need to make it a game. I would love for them to make Dragon Ball Z artworks that have nothing to do with the game. Literally, just make the card the same exact thing, no text. Or maybe if you want to like write the name of the character on the bottom, that's cool too. But like, why you have to put card effects, star levels, whatever? That all you're doing is just defaming the artwork. I don't understand that this whole thing. To be honest with you, you don't have to deal with, you don't have to deal with like power creep, any of that garbage that comes with games. Just make solid artwork and push out the sets. Make secret rares. Barely anybody's buying Dragon Ball Z to play the damn game anymore. Everybody wants to collect it. Stop making these games. Stop making games. Make literally collectible cards, and I think people will eat that shit up. Look at how what's it called? Look at how crazy what's it called? Sports cards are. You can't play that shit, but people collect them anyway. Make the same thing for One Piece. Make it for Yu-Gi-Oh. Like imagine they make a full art Yu-Gi-Oh summon skull with no card effect, none of that garbage. Just says summon skull. I would eat that shit up all day, all day. Make a Goku card, a Vegeta card. Make it like, you know, an ultimate rare kind of texture. Oh my god, dude, that thing would sell so well. You don't need to make a game. Nobody plays. Like, barely anybody has time to play the games anymore. All you're doing is, or at least if you want to make a game, no problem, but make like a full art with no text. Make a full art with no text. I would eat that all up, no problem. I'm just so tired of these games. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I just don't play. Maybe that's just why. I would love for like a Yu-Gi-Oh license or a Pokemon license or a One Piece license or a DBZ license, Full Metal, any of these amazing animes. Just brand new artwork we've never seen before. Slap them on the card, limit it to 100 copies, and watch the world burn. Like that, you'll see how crazy that game would get. Or those cards would get. What does PSA 9 to 10 Stardust Ghost go for? PSA 9 is probably like 5k. PSA 10 is like 25k. Why do you think signed cards haven't picked up in Yu-Gi-Oh like other card games? Because the artist doesn't matter in Yu-Gi-Oh. You see how like Yu-Gi-Oh is the only game where you don't see the artist on the bottom left in the corner, right? Like Magic, you'll see who the artist is. Yu-Gi-Oh, they get you to do it, and then they'll take that artwork and they're done with you. They have nothing to do with you after that. Have you checked out MetaZoo before? Yeah, it's garbage. Or at least in my opinion, it's garbage. Is everything becoming a card game? Do you remember the first time you got in touch with Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, my father worked for a very rich man. He took me to Toys R Us and he bought me Duel Masters guide sealed. Every time I see your new videos, I become more woke. Kinda like Bandai card-ass Pokemon cards. Yes, like Bandai card-ass Pokemon cards. Yes, exactly. I totally agree with Alti's value. Thank you, my man. I love your page. I love your collection. Your collection is incredible. I still have your Raviel in my collection. So thank you for selling that to my boy and my boy selling that to me. I have both the Raviels, by the way, both 9.5s. Yo, what's going on, man? Congrats on 7K. You'll be at 10K in no time. Thank you. I agree, it murders the art. I think you're only speaking from a collector's point of view. Oh yeah, I definitely am talking about collectors. Like, this is a collecting channel. This is the type of audience I'm trying to attract. I can't really relate to players because I've never played the game. But yeah, I really do wish they would do something like where they would stop with the games. Like, I don't think anybody wants to play the games that wants to collect these cards. Or make a game and then put an alternate art that is full art, no text, nothing, or the text on the back or something. Like, I don't know. I think it would do so well, man. I would love to have something like that, especially with a nice fancy border. Like, if you make playing cards with, oh my goodness, that would be so sick. But I'm a collector myself, so I can only address my own point of view, right? The Weiss Schwartz is kind of full art anime cards. Yeah, but then again, they have stupid... Like, I love my Rin cards. Like, I have 2 of them. But every time I look at the text, I'm like, bro, like, this is literally wasted space. Like, my mind is literally learned to kind of like... It's like black bars. It's like black bars. The top part and the bottom part, just look at the middle. How many of those Kaiba briefcases were sold? Do you think they are abundant enough to hold a high price on an individual Blue Eyes card? I'm not sure, but I know that the cases will go up for sure. I don't have a doubt about that. Thoughts on GX Ultimate Beginners Pack 1? I love it. I love it. It's one of the best products ever made. That was back when Konami gave a damn about us. Going to have to switch to every 10K live stream at this rate. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Are you slightly interested in Master Duel game at all? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I don't play games. I stopped playing games. Like, I'm telling you guys, the only thing I ever played was League of Legends. And even that I got bored of. So yeah, I don't play games. I play board games. That's why I play. But that's because I'm like with friends. I'm definitely not gonna play. I would be keen on playing Yu-Gi-Oh like Edison format with a couple of friends. Like if we were to get together like on Friday night or something like that. But it's not because I like the game. It's because I want to get together with friends. If that makes sense. So like that's kind of what I'm going for. And yeah, like even back when I played League, it was literally only because I wanted to play with my friends. Like, but I was not good enough to play with them, so they never played with me. Yeah, like that's the only reason I played League. And then they quit, and then I kept playing because I wanted to get better. But then I didn't get better, so I was just like, all right, forget it. Why do you believe booster boxes is the most pure form of collecting? I don't think it's the most pure form. I think the most pure form is binder cards. But I think booster boxes are the best investment in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh products. Yo, so glad to see how fast you're growing. Do you have any more Ultra Pro Fantasy sleeves? 4-sleeve, even regular size? Yeah, I do, man. I have blue. I have blue only left, yeah. I have sealed packs of blue, standard size. Those things are selling like crazy, man. People love those double sleeves. Yeah, so they're doing really well. Is FET King of All Animals worth grading? I think all AE is worth grading. I love Asian English cards. Thoughts on Ghosts from the Past 2 videos so far, meeting expectations? Yeah, I mean, I don't really have to have an expectation for it. It's just a modern set. I like it, but again, I don't like their card stock. Like when I feel those cards, it doesn't feel premium to me. It doesn't have the grit that the older cards have. And that's why I can't ever get attached to them like how I can get attached to like the older cards. Like even ultra rares today, they don't look the same. They don't have that je ne sais quoi, you know, that I don't know what to call it, but it's just something that is majestic about the older ultra rares. Goes from the Past 2 thoughts. I hope my dad shows up. Your dad left for milk, bro. He went to the supermarket. Is Exodia based on Osiris? Yes, he is, yes. Whoops, was supposed to ask for sale. I missed the ones on your eBay. Just shoot me an email, man, and I'll send you some. But they're expensive, man. They're really expensive. So if you're buying a few of them, I can try to give you a little bit of a deal, but they're pretty expensive. Would you collab with Mike Hawk and do an unboxing videos with him? No, I would not, man. No homo. Hey brother, you got an update on the MRD poster. Hey, how's it going? So is it Palace? 808 Mafia? Yo, that's a musician right there. That's a blue checkmark guy right there. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do have an update for you, man. Just shoot me a message to remind me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Does your wife share the same political and life view as you? Yeah, sometimes even harder, sometimes even more radical than me. Sometimes she's more radical than me. She actually like gets on about like I actually troll her. Like sometimes I show up at the door wearing a mask or something. She's like, "What the hell are you doing? Take that shit off." She gets so cheesed when So yeah, she does, yeah. You think you'll ever get bored of collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Not when they release stuff like this, man. Not when they release stuff like this. So you guys moving to the US? Nah, man, I wish. I wish, but we are visiting. I do want to go to Florida. I am trying to go to Florida soon. Maybe this summer for sure. That's me with my parents. Strictly woke. You guys are jokes. Good name for an alternate YouTube channel. What Yu-Gi-Oh product was the best opening experience for me? When I opened not glass, Tactical Evolution, and I pulled Ill Blood, that was kind of hype because I really like Ill Blood. Actually, my wife pulled it, not me, but still, I'm gonna take credit for that. That was really hype. I pulled a couple of Ghost Shares as well. That was also hype. Need to go. We in the studio. Texted you on IG. Love, brother. Have an amazing stream. Take care, my man. Peace. Strictly, how good at chess are you? I'm alright. I don't know. If you want to play, we can play. But I'm alright. Like, I can beat my dad now. I can sometimes beat my wife's father. Are you going to make a 4-pocket binder? Yeah, I am. I think wokeness means the left, which SS is not. I just go like whatever they call. I don't really have a name to call myself, to be honest with you. Is he a rapper? No, he's a producer for or maybe a rock artist. I don't know exactly. I don't really listen to his music. It's more like him like I don't really listen to music at all, to be honest with you. So I really have been out of touch. Like the last, the most recent guy is like Phil Collins. That's
ABBA.
and ABBA. That's usually what I listen to. But yeah, I think I think he's under what's his face. He's under Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's wing. He's a producer or something. Okay. Hi. Nice. Do you play online? No, I don't really play online. I like physical. No homo. Have you visited Sagan before? I don't know where that is. What Yu-Gi-Oh card would you compare yourself to?
That's an interesting question.
Judgment of the Pharaoh. Because I judge. No, I'm joking. What do I call? What would I say?
I could go through my binder.
I would consider myself Liberty at Last. That's my Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's my Spirit Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay. You said that for the 100 binder, it's gonna be limited. Are you gonna put some on eBay or strictly for your patrons? No. I'm making 1,000 of that one. There's no way I can sell 1,000, bro. I have like 25 patrons. I can't sell them 1,000, but I'll probably give them like a discount or something like that. Maybe like a $4 or $5 discount, something like that. I don't or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll definitely allow them to purchase, and then I'll put it out to the public. Well, I can't sell 1,000 binders to 25 people, bro. Wait, this guy in the stream chat makes music for Drake and Future. Well, yeah, he's quite big. He's quite a big producer. Sug on these. Sug on these nuts, boy. That's jokes.
I was like, that's not a country. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, over the board is much more fun. If your goal of this channel is to educate Yu-Gi-Oh collectors, then wouldn't that increase your competition? I admire the goal though. Well, no, because I don't really put out a video unless I've secured my own allotment, number one. And then number two, what's it called? It'll just help me. It'll boost my collection, because again, more knowledge the better. And I don't mind having more competition. I think it's better because a lot of the stuff that I do feel like I will have competition on, I don't collect it anyway. You understand? That's the thing. Throwback to when PewDiePie dropped that Yu-Gi-Oh lyric. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know who PewDiePie is. Gas barbecue or charcoal? I don't really see the value of charcoal, bro. It's overrated. Excited for that magic formula binder. Thank you, man. It's gonna be a long time. Like the ones that I'm making right now, like the basic ones, are already like giving me a huge headache. So we'll see about the magic formula binder. That's gonna be a minute. But I did put down a deposit though, so I am 100% doing it. I just don't know how long it's gonna take. Hey, what's up, Chief? What's going on, my man? YouTube PewDiePie T-Series diss track. It has millions of views. Okay, I'll check him out for sure. Are you able to insure your high-end Yu-Gi-Oh cards or sealed product? Yeah, I insure them with a big dog and a gun. That's how I insure them. And multiple locations. Are you... I already answered that. Is that the new OCG Blue Eyes in the background? Absolutely, man. It's the coolest thing. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So sick. The coolest thing they've ever made, man. I really think that this is the best Yu-Gi-Oh product of all time. You get 3 of these. I agree with you about Konami cardstock and rarity sucks. Can you and other big Yu-Gi-Oh send out a message to Konami to at least match OCG? No chance, man, because Co-Money in the in the United States doesn't give a damn about collectors, man. Can we know any secret collabs coming? I don't have any collabs, man. Nobody wants to collab with me. Bro, like if you look at my videos, none of the big YouTubers ever comment on my stuff or anything like that. But I get it because I don't really comment on any videos as well. So I understand, like, I don't know if there's, because I don't know, like I look at other people like on IG and stuff like that. When you see somebody post a picture, especially those blue checkmark guys, you're going to have like hundreds of blue checkmark people commenting, you know, pointless comments. I don't really do that, so it might be something that you have to do in like kind of the bigger influence community in order to get comments. But yeah, I don't really get those comments, so I don't really think anybody wants to collab with me. And that's okay. Like I understand. I always walk the lonely road anyway in life. I'm thinking about getting one, to be honest with you, bro. I cannot recommend it enough. I cannot recommend it enough. Absolutely worth the money. But aren't you worried about a flood or fire destroying your collection? I mean, if that happens, I mean, we have nothing. I mean, what can I do? I have them in multiple locations, so if everything floods or I get fires in all of them, it's gonna be pretty bad. But whatever happens, happens. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna pay no insurance company. No, forget it. Could you make a top 10 video rarest promo cards? I was so amazed by the Magician's Valkyria SDSC. Hey, you like that, eh? That card is so rare. Why isn't there a 4th torn up copy? You can't even rip this one. This has like the new holographic where it's like a sticker, so you can't even rip it. But a massage is better than nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. It's natural. Smaller accounts look up to bigger accounts, wanting recognition, etc. Maybe, yeah. It might be because they think like I'm trying to get clout or something like that. And that's okay. No problem. I mean, now that YouTube is picking me up, doesn't matter to me. Can you put insurance on your card/products? I think you can, yeah. There's like collectibles insurance or something like that. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the collab with Gezi. Oh, that's just, we're making a website. That's it. We're just making a website for information. Sort of like my YouTube videos. It's just in article form. Insurance is a scam anyway. They will do anything possible to not pay. Plus, it's way too expensive. Exactly, yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, just get a gun. Get a nice, you know, like a juicy dog. Not to eat, you know, but like a nice big muscular dog. And, you know, take care of yourself and you should be okay. The Magician's Valkyria is super sick, but I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, it's extremely rare, man. I think it's already at like 100 plus now after I made the video. Thoughts on the eBay card authentication services? That I want to get into because that is a juicy topic. I think that is the most nonsense garbage service I have ever seen in my life. This is the perfect example of a corporation trying to go for the sun. Oh, what is that expression called? Trying to reach for the sun?
Flying too close.
Flying too close to the sun. Yeah, that's what that is. That's a company, a corporation flying too close to the sun. They have no reason, okay, to get into the authentication thing. Bro, they have no idea what they are doing. They have no idea, like, when was the last time somebody purchased a fake card? Like, when was the last time you went on eBay, you typed in Yugioh, and you saw an actual fake card? When was the last time you saw that? That is a perfect example of government. You understand that eBay overstepping there? That's a perfect example of what government does, where they provide a service that nobody asked for, nobody wants, nobody cares about, and they do it anyway. Eventually, they do it first for free, and then eventually they tax you for it. Same thing that's gonna happen with eBay. I promise you guys, if collectors and the buyers don't make them pay for this, I promise you they're gonna make the sellers or the buyers pay for it. One or the other. Somebody's gonna have to pay. They're not gonna give it out for free. You understand? They have to introduce it for free because that's what government does. That's what any big corporation does. But but they will never like continue doing it for free. So in my opinion, I think it's the biggest waste of time, waste of resources. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't need it. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't need it. Like, I don't remember the last time I truly saw a fake card that's going for like the $250 range. I've never seen it in my life. I don't remember that. So you're gonna basically punish like millions of users for that 0.00001% chance of having a fake card. This is the perfect example of this is like, I don't buy it. Like, I'm not buying them. Like, this is how I'm voting. If I see that card, I'm not buying it. If I see that check mark, I'm not buying it. You understand? Like, that's how I cast my vote in this trash ass decision that they're making. I don't get it. They have no business in doing it, no reason to do it, other than they want to charge more later on. That Neil deGrasse Tyson gif. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Okay, anyway, I rambled on enough. But it's an option service. It's an option right now. Again, think about government. Okay? There is nothing, okay, more permanent than a government's temporary program. Okay? Take that as a rule of thumb. Anything they put temporary, I promise you there's nothing more permanent than that. And it's the same thing here. First, it's optional. That's what they did with managed payments. If you look back, look at the eBay history in 2020, okay, when they brought on that garbage. First of all, what did they do? They said, oh, it's optional. You can opt in between January and May, and we will manage your payments for you. June comes around, all of a sudden it's mandatory. If you don't have this, you're done. But I don't think it's optional, but I do think that it is. But if it is, it's only temporary. I promise you that thing will be. Like guaranteed, and I will not buy a single card that has that thing. No chance I'll buy it. I don't care if it's the best deal of my life. I'm not buying it. Screw it. Not giving them a cent for that garbage, man. Multiple location is smart, and I'm not even gonna talk. I'm not gonna even talk about the fact that if you buy a card, they authenticate it. If you rip open that seal and actually check the card, there's no returns. Like, that is the most, like, it's just so stupid. Plot twist, the dog ends up chewing your G3 DMG. Need insurance from the dog. I feel like it should be the buyer's responsibility when buying. Yes, there you go. There you go. There's a saying: those who trade their those who trade their liberty for security deserve neither. Okay, this is a perfect example of that. You want to opt in for this service. You want to trade your freedom to, get it authenticated yourself, not get it authenticated. You want to give that freedom up to that corporation, okay? You deserve none of it. You don't deserve the freedom or the security that you're going to get with that service. Screw that. I'll never... Actual scam. Literally biggest scam I've ever seen. So blatant. What are the confirmed ghost shares and ghosts from the past too? Go to my ghosts from the past video. Those are 100% confirmed. How does this authentication work though? Does every card need to be authenticated by eBay now? Yeah, every card over the $250 mark, you send it to CGC. CGC looks at it and then they send it to somebody else. As if CGC knows more than the regular person. Like, it's ludicrous. Red eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay, you're replying to there. Thanks a lot, guys. Sphere mode. Don't watch my video if you like sphere mode. First they take an inch. If there's no response, then they take a mile. Exactly. Exactly. Oh man, I can't believe they got away with the payment thing. Like, oh man. I think that's not such a bad idea. Only rip the eBay seal off when you're happy with the card. This way helps avoid scummy buyers trying to swap cards with worse condition ones, etc. I will take that risk over having eBay deal with my cards. That's what I'm saying. This is the exact same thing I'm telling you. It's like, I will take the risk of terrorists coming into my country. Okay, I'll take that risk if they don't check borders. I'm okay with open borders. I'm okay with 100% open borders. Okay, obviously you get rid of the government welfare system because I don't accept that. But I'm okay with both of those things. Get rid of welfare system, open borders. If you want to come here, come work here if you want. Okay, and I will accept any terrorist. But you know what happens if I allow them to block the border from, you know, that 0.001% chance of a scummy buyer, aka terrorist? You know what would happen? I'm gonna have to get checked in every single time I want to cross the border. No thanks. I'll take that risk. I'm happy with that risk and I will accept it 100% of the time. I will take all of the risk because I know for the most part it will never pay off. No, not for the most part. It will absolutely 100%, 3,000%, okay? 3,000% never ever pay off to trade that freedom for a little bit of security on the border. Trade that freedom for a little bit of eBay authenticity guarantee when they barely have anything, they know what they're doing. You understand? It's the exact same thing. I will never ever do it and I'll never agree with it. I will never buy it. Screw that. Like, I no chance. No problem, dude. Buyers, if you want to swap cards with me, buy it with me. I'll take it with the eBay regular system, okay? And I will take that risk 100%, no problem. Don't authenticate my shit. Did you see the nonsense where if you take out the card of the authentication back, even if it's damaged, eBay won't let you return? Exactly. Like, it's just, even if they let you return, I still don't want it. I don't want a middleman. That's what I don't want, because I know that they're going to milk the shit out of me, especially because it is not voluntary. They're going to force you to do this thing, okay? If it's such a great idea, let it be voluntary. Let people opt into this option if it's such a good idea. But they will never do that. You understand? They will never do that. If it's so amazing of a plan and there's so much benefit to the buyer and the seller and all of that, okay, I'll opt in. No problem. Let me opt in. Don't force it on me, because once you force it on me, there's no good. This is again one of those ideas with government. It's like the government is the only one that has ideas that are so good they have to point a gun at you in order to enforce them. They're amazing ideas, but they have to force you to do them. Nobody forces me to, buy an iPhone or buy a smartphone. It's because I know it's a good idea. It helps my business. Okay, nobody forces me to do that. Why? Because it's a good idea. But people force me to do dumb shit because they know it's a bad idea. I know it's a bad idea, but they have a power advantage. Anyway, rant's over. Did you think the Dark Magician Bandai Art 25th EN00 is overpriced at 125? I honestly haven't really been following that card. It seems like it's one per case. If it's one per case, I think maximum $100. I can see the possibility of switching cards and you getting your card switched with something else in worse condition or fake return. It's a long shot, but it will for sure be in the back of my head. Yeah, I'm saying it's a risk, but I will take that risk. I will take the risk that I will get a piece of crap buyer than have to deal with eBay's piece of crap services. I will take that risk because in my experience, most people are actually good people. Most people don't, and the percentage of time, like I've had scumbag buyers, like I'm not going to deny that, I've never had that. But I will take that 100% of the time because there's just not enough for me to give up any type of freedom that I have when it comes to selling on eBay. You understand? Because most people are actually good people. Most people, and you will be hard pressed to find a piece of scum. Like look at the Yu-Gi-Oh community, for example. Look at how many people there are. Look at the scammer list. There's this page with like the scammers or whatever. Compare that to how many Yu-Gi-Oh accounts there are. It's like maybe I don't know. I would say maybe like 1% at best 1% with all the Yu-Gi-Oh accounts out there that are buying and selling. 1% maybe. Are you really gonna put so much strain on the rest of the 99% because of this 1% psychopathic pieces of shit like people in that community? I don't do that. I'm okay taking the percentage of this 1%. I'm okay dealing with this 1% instead of giving somebody the power to dictate whether, you know, where I have to send my card, where I have to send it, if I can even sell it, if it's authentic or not. Like, who the hell are you to tell me if it's authentic or not?
Wouldn't it make more sense to like get Konami and all that, or the makers of the card?
They're not going to do that. You know why? Because it's a money grab. They want to. The reason they do this is so they can make more money. Right now, what they're doing right now is they're investing in the service, okay? So that later on they can charge it for a percent. It's just like how they invested so much money in the money management system, the payment management system, right? In the beginning. And then now look at, they rake you in for 3.5% every single transaction. Like it's an investment purpose. It's an investment decision. Trust me, they're not doing it for the sake of the collector. They do not give a damn about a single collector in the hobby. I promise you. eBay and the execs and all those people making these radical decisions, they do not give a damn about me. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about the rest of us. They give a damn about how much they can monetize. And because of this, I will not spend $1 there. And that's my decision, and they can eat it. Is the eBay sneaker authentication mandatory now, or do sellers have the options to have it on or off? I have no idea. If it becomes mandatory, where would you sell? Well, to be honest with you, I would just advertise on eBay and then I would get people to buy off of eBay. Or they would find me. This is why I'm very big on growing your brand. You should not be dependent on any of these social media sites. It should be your goal. If you have a business or a small business and you want to scale, you should not be dependent on these corporations because they will sell you out to dry if it comes down to it. You understand? If you say a thing out of line, you're done. So this is why you should not be dependent. You should use them. I'm not saying you shouldn't use them. Use them, right? And make sure that you're funneling your audience into your own thing. Make sure you're funneling your audience into your own. This is why I was adamant on making a website the first 2 years of my business. I said I will make a website. Why? Because I would like to funnel my audience there. I do not want to be attached to eBay. I do not want to be on the dependence list of eBay. You understand? I will use them as much as I can because they're providing a service, no problem. But I'm not dependent on them. Right now, I'm working on building the audience so that I can pull traffic away from there and bring them to my website. You understand? Bring them to my own places. Why? Because I want to have control. I don't want anybody to control me. I don't want anybody to control what I say. I don't want anybody to control what I do, what I sell, etc. So that's, you have to, you can't, again, it all comes with that, you can't sit on your ass because eBay is providing this amazing service. And I think, in my opinion, eBay is an amazing selling platform. Other than this piece of crap, like small decision, but it's very small compared to the rest of their operation. I think eBay is fantastic. But I'm not going to sit on my ass and depend on eBay and hope that I never, cross paths with them. You understand? This is very key. Japanese sellers do this. Japanese sellers are very, very smart with this. They do not allow eBay to toy around with them. You understand? And in my opinion, I think that everybody who wants to have any type of business with online presence, use the hell out of these platforms in order to create your own. And I would recommend that to anybody, to be honest with you. Got Collector downloaded. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. What if CGC damages my cards? Too bad. I don't have no idea. I don't know how it works. How many Insta followers have you lost with your radical views and preach? I have no idea. Maybe, probably like a couple thousand at least. But I don't care, man. And they can go to hell if I don't care. The notorious Jacob Bowman. Yes, exactly. What do you think it will take for Konami of America to start releasing cool products like they do in the OCG? It will take people to stop buying their stuff. That's what it will take. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Makes sense. It's just unnecessary extra step. Yes, it is. It's a bureaucracy, or whatever you want to call it. Bureaucracy. Okay? That's what that is. They're making it into a bureaucracy. You have to go through this. You have to go through that. Hand me your paperwork to do this. It's the same thing when you go get your paperwork for the car. You have to do all this bullshit, all this bullshit for the small chance that somebody crashes their car and they don't have, nobody can identify them. You have to do all this stupid work. You have to pay all these fees every single year. You have to get your license every single year, all for this nonsense because of this small percentage of very minute threat. Like, it's so tiny. It's unbelievable how you can pressure the whole system into that. And the fact that people accept it is probably more insane than the actual idea of pressing the people. You have to not buy. That's how you stop companies from doing dumb shit. Any tips on finding good collections to buy outside of eBay? It's really hard, other than building your own platform and having people contact you. Elon Musk buying Twitter, distraction or freedom of speech? Distraction. I don't think a plant. In my opinion, Musk is a plant. Like, there's no doubt about it. But what's it called? I don't think that he's for freedom of speech. They're going to strong arm down the road. Absolutely. Sorry, I missed some of the stream. What did you think of the silver Kaiba Corp sleeves? I said I have no idea. I don't have a picture of them. If you can send me that, I'll take a look. You and Gezi are making an E4 version of Yugioh. We are, but it's just not going to be as rough around the edges as E4. I think E4 doesn't look that great. I'm looking through your eBay page right now. How did that Rainbow Neos get a 10? Oh, that's not mine. That's a consignment. Somebody is selling that through me. And yeah, it's definitely a week 10. Where can I get 2 to 3 pack blister acrylics? All I see is 1 pack ones. No idea, man. No idea. I don't deal with acrylics. Wow, that's 2.5 hours. Are you excited for GFPT2? GFTP2. I think it's cool, man. I think it's gonna bring a lot of people back into the hobby, and that's really good all the time. I'm hyped for that aspect for sure. I hope that it does bring a lot of people back because this is a great card game and the artwork is amazing. You think Battle City is slept on? I don't know what that means. Like the arc in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't think so. I think that's probably like the most hyped arc. Looks like the conversation is dying. Should we call it a day? I still have another half an hour scheduled, so if you guys have anything else to say, let me know.
Discuss my recent Instagram story.
What's my answer?
Mine.
With yours. Let me see it. Oh. Wait, you seen this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's sick, eh?
It's so sick. I'm getting emotional about it.
She's reading One Piece and she got to one of my favorite panels. Oh shit, you guys can't see it. It's the one where he's like, I don't want to control it. The Pirate King is just the freest man on the sea. Where do you think Ghost Rare DMG will settle at? I already answered this, I think. I said around the $400 mark. If it's a lot more available, I can definitely see it hitting the 1 to 200. Do you think PSA 10 Legend of Blue Eyes booster pack is worth it? No, not really. I don't like graded booster packs. Can you do a typical Yugi tuber thumbnail shot? Right in front of the big black mic. No homo.
In front of Mike Hawk.
Right in front of Mike Hawk, right here. I meant the Duelist Pack Battle City. My bad. I don't know what's in that, man. I've never opened that. I think it's like I think it's a modern set, so I really couldn't tell you, to be honest. I'm at the Duelist Pack Battle City. My bad. Yeah. I don't know. How do you even grade a booster pack? You tell me, man. You tell me. Like, what do they even look at when grading a pack? Before, it used to be nothing because like you would get PSA 10s on everything. But now I think they're a little bit more critical, so it might be like wrinkles or something like that. I have no idea. I don't even try to know. Whoa. When are you making your woke channel? I was supposed to record the video this week, the first one, but I got distracted yesterday with like the video drop. So maybe when my voice clears up, maybe tomorrow probably, I'll do the video and I'll drop it, and then yeah, we'll see from there. Thoughts on unlimited and Korean card collecting? I think it's for fun. I don't have a problem with it. I think if you're trying to invest, I think it's a bad idea. But I think it's, but I do think that if you're doing it just for fun, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm surprised they haven't started trying to grade booster boxes. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care for graded booster box. I don't really care for any graded company other than PSA. And I've explored this before. It's because PSA is the only one that actually stands behind their grades. You understand? BGS, they give you a 9.5. Okay, it's not a 9.5. Oh well, too bad. Why did I pay you my money then? Why did I pay you if I'm not going to be able to kind of have some sort of guarantee, that the card is at least near what you said it is, right? And if it's, that's why I don't go with anybody other than PSA. And I've tested this with PSA, right? Like I actually sent them a card that was damaged, that was graded a 10, and they paid me full price minus the grade. So like it graded a PSA 6, which was like $20. PSA 10 was like 500, and they paid me $480. I can't really say anything bad about that. I mean, they stand behind their grade, and no other company does that. Do you think glass is slept on? Yes, it is. I'm not sure if you answered this already, but are you interested in playing the TCG? Probably not. I don't really have the time to do it, to be honest with you. 100% I agree about PSA, only grading service I use. Exactly. Like, I don't understand. Why would I send to MNT, okay? If the card is, it gets a 10 and it's not a 10, like, why am I sending to you? What is the point of me certifying with you? Just so you can say, oh, oops, we made a mistake. Like, what is the point of me sending you the money? Or what is the point of me getting that service from you? I could go and put it in a slab myself and just call it a day. You understand? Like, it just makes no sense. Is the artwork of cards ever a reason for you to buy cards? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Not PSA, but I definitely buy raw cards because they look really nice. Like Diabolos from Force of the Breaker. I bought that raw because I really like the artwork. Picked up a Rainbow Dragon 10 recently. Is that the one that sold for $250 on auction? Do you have any info on why glass is the only Yu-Gi-Oh set to have 15 secret rares? No idea why, man. No idea why they did that, but they definitely made the chase crazy. You skipped me. Sorry. Thoughts on OCG Ultimate Rare and Holographic Ghost Rare? I don't like OCG cards, like the raw cards. I try to only go for sealed unless it's like a really special card for me, like I don't know, like Japanese Cyber Dragon or Dark Magician Girl or something like that. That's the only time I really go, or like SM51. That's usually the only time I go for Japanese stuff. I think they're okay. I just can't resonate with them. Why do people so much for damaged cards? Like I saw a damaged DMG first go for 700. Well, because that's the cheapest one they can get, right? Like if you want to go a little bit better, you're gonna have to pay more, and they might not have that budget. Next question is, what do you think of the secret rare misprint sheet on Facebook? What is the misprint about it? I think it's just a regular sheet, no? Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I would love to have it, but I'm not paying no $6,000 for it, man. I got beat for the Cyber Dragon, the Cybernetic Revolution one. That one was I bid 1,500 for that, 15,000 for that, and I got beat. So I was just like, whatever. But it was strategic though, right? Because the guy who actually beat me is a Canadian, and he's local to me, so he had to deal with the shipping and the risk and all of that. If he eventually decides to sell, I'll buy it off of him. But yeah, that was the main reason I kind of let it go at that point, because I was like, okay, he's bringing it to Toronto anyway, so I'll pick it up from him eventually at some point. Do you ever plan to start Twitter? No, I do not. What's your opinion on Starlights? I really like Starlights. I think Starlights are some of the best things that the hobby has done since Ghost Rares. You're gonna crack open some GFPT2, just 2 boxes, because that's what I'm getting. Artwork is very important. Cyberdark Impact has some of the best looking artworks ever, in my opinion. I think Cyberdark Impact is definitely underrated. I've seen your eBay page. At what point do you decrease prices? When the market goes down or the price is firm? That's why I usually put best offer for everything. And then when somebody bids an offer, I look online, I see what it's going for, because I don't have time to keep checking the inventory, honestly, especially since I started the YouTube thing. What's it called? Yeah, so basically I just leave them up there. If somebody sends me an offer, I check online what are sold listings. If it's near there or around there, I just sell it. If not, I counter them. And that's usually how I do it. That's why I tell people, like, just send an offer, because I don't have time to go check like 500 listings every single day or whenever. You know what I mean? So that's usually how I do it right now. Maybe if one day I get an employee or something, I can have them, adjust the prices every single other day. What's it called? But otherwise, I can't really see myself updating them every single time. It'd be way too much work. What jobs did you have before making your business? Were you thinking of starting a business during those jobs? No, man. So Tim, if you just rewind back the thing, you'll hear me talk about how I started. I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. But I addressed your exact same question like a couple hours ago. Me agree at YCS Niagara. I'll drag Sasso Aldo with me. Absolutely, man. I actually definitely want to go. I don't know how you get there though. Do you need tickets? What do you do exactly for how do you exactly go? Do you have to qualify or something? Are there any unlimited sealed product you collect? Unlimited sealed product. Probably not. Opinions on Pokemon. I think it's great. I like Pokemon. I just think it's a little too crazy now. I paid about 450 Canadian for the Rainbow Dragon tin from a local seller. I really like the tin. That's probably the best tin of all time. That 3 tin set is probably one of the best of all time in terms of potential on the inside. Did you ever do DMT? Yes, I did. Yes. Are you a fan of Retro Pack series? I am. Yes, the Secret Rares. I am. Actually, the Ultras too. I like Retro Pack too. But I like the Secret Rares the most. I really like those. Elf machines. What are you talking about? Do you have any sealed retro pack? Now, I do want a retro pack 2 sealed booster box. The only problem I have with it is that it's European. So if I can find a blister box, that would be great. Also, actually, never mind, I don't want to spoil. Next week, I'll tell you guys. Thoughts on Afghanistan? It's a travesty what happened there, man. They didn't deserve it. 10K AMA coming soon. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, God willing. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh definitely did DMT. I have zero doubt about that. Zero doubt about that. I have zero doubt about that. Those guys are definitely enlightened. Hey SS, love your vids. I want to start a sealed collection. I scored Rise of the Duelist booster box, but what's the best set to grab and hold if I can find? Okay, so let's answer. I don't know what booster box. You should buy whatever you like, man. That's the key. If you like it, you'll be able to hold for a long time. Hey SS, love your vids. Thank you so much. Machine elves. I don't know what that means. Can I shop sealed booster boxes from you? I don't really sell for a good deal. Usually I sell like my boxes for a premium because I really like them. When is the Glass Secret video coming? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I am like kind of burnt out. So maybe I don't know, to be honest with you. It's quite a bit. Is Trudeau communist? I would say Canada is communist. Yes, I would say not in like literally politically it's communist. I think so, at least. What happens after you take DMT? Do you change permanently? No. You kind of just get a different perspective on things. Like DMT aside, a lot of people don't really think that there's anything past the physical plane, if that makes sense. Like they think that whatever they see, whatever they can feel with their 5 senses, you know what I mean, is that's all that exists. And psychedelics basically just allow you to see that's not the only thing. You understand? And that's the key thing about it. Like once you understand the physical is not the only thing that exists, you kind of have a different perspective. Now it's like, okay, well, if there's other things that are beyond the physical, maybe money is not the most important thing in the world after all. You know what I mean? Maybe driving a nice car is not the most important thing after. Maybe there's something bigger than just the physical realm. And that's kind of what changes. Are the fake hype and price pumping Yu-Gi-Oh collectors left the hobby yet? I don't know. I would say I'm a fake hype and price pumping Yu-Gi-Oh collector. I have not left the hobby yet. Do you believe the mind is fully contained in the body and nothing else? Well, I don't think it's just the mind. I think that there is a spiritual aspect. There is a spirit or soul in that body as well. There's a reason why when you drink alcohol, right, and you lose your mental capabilities. What do you think? Why do you think alcohol has spirit inside of it? Like, why is it called spirit? You ever ask yourself that? There is a greater consciousness, of course. There's the all. 100K streams soon. Just you wait. I hope so, and God willing. Price check on LOB First Ed booster box. Probably like 35K now, maybe 30K. It fell pretty hard. Am I a fan of Elon? I'm not a fan of anybody. I think it's just like, I don't think anybody that you see on the big screen is, I don't think anybody that you see in the entertainment industry is there because, or is there organically. I do think that he is a plant put there, to be honest with you. Some stories from your younger days in Toronto. I don't know what that means, man. I don't have any stories. I barely remember a lot of my childhood, to be honest with you. It's starting to get to a juicy entry point for certain sets. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the market is tanking really hard. I want Assault Cyber Dragon Alti First Ed so bad, but I can't justify the price that it's going for now. It's crazy expensive. What college or uni did you go to? So I went to Ottawa first year, and then I dropped out. I got kicked out because I failed. And then I went to Ottawa again because I fought my way back in. And then but then I got kicked out again because I failed again. And then I went to another university called Athabasca, which is like online university in Alberta. Got kicked out again. And then I took like a year off. And then after that, I went back to Ryerson after I started working, and I was able to pass in a Ryerson. And it was mostly due to because that year that I took off, I was able to accomplish a lot of things. See, the way that I was raised growing up, I actually thought that my value comes from how well I do in school because I had a very traditional upbringing. And because I wasn't doing well in school, I felt like I really had no value. And that was kind of like the thing that changed my perspective, is that I'm actually good at things that are not school. And when I got that self-confidence, I was able to do fairly well in school. That's number one. Number two, I learned that I don't have to be a perfectionist. I should not give a shit about school. The thing is that when I was in Ottawa or Athabasca, is that I was very much a perfectionist. So if I didn't feel like I could do a perfect job on this, what's it called, like assignment or something, I would not hand it in. So in exams, I actually did all right. Like I did like 60 to 70, but I never handed in assignments. So I ended up failing because of that. In university at Ryerson, I got the same thing in the 70s. It's just I handed in like a dog shit assignment, and I got like that 55%, and it basically passed me. And that's how I literally got through university. Like it's just hand in something. I just was not handing anything at all. And that could tell you basically just how little I gave a damn. Like imagine how desensitized you have to be to literally not submit an assignment and not feel any sort of guilt. You understand? Like think about that. So when I was able to acquire some self-confidence, and then I kind of found a mentor, if that makes sense, that kind of really changed my perspective about life and stuff like that. Like I was like, believe it or not, I was like one of those like, chasing clout chasers, if that makes sense. Like I actually was chasing clout. That's how it was back then. And then my perspective kind of shifted, and then that's when I started seeing a little bit more success. I started trying to experiment a lot more instead of just university and stuff like that. And then, yeah, that's kind of that's kind of my university life. But yeah, like when I failed in school, like imagine I failed school over and over and over again, and imagine like my self-worth at that point. I literally felt like I was like like a piece of shit. Like I literally felt like I was nothing. Um, I just got here, but are those three blue eyes behind you from the briefcase? Yes, they are. Oh, wrong way. This way. This way. Yeah, they are. Did you start your Yu-Gi-Oh business during university or after? It was during my fourth try at university. And it wasn't a business. I was just collecting, and it just turned into a business. Industry plants from young age, or once they develop a name and buy them out. I don't think anybody is like really bought out. It's more they're just born and raised as a plant. Do your traditional parents have anything to say about your Yu-Gi-Oh career, since you probably can't change their views? I mean, they still wish I had a regular job, like, but they have that slave mentality down real pat. Like they it's like cemented. You can't really change that. So for me, I kind of they don't tell their family members what I do, if that's what you mean. They don't do anything like that, because you can't really brag about that. Like, what am I, card salesman? Right? But it's all right. Now, I again, like I went from clout chaser to like literally zero. Do not give a damn about anybody of anybody's opinion. Why is Dinomorphia Therzati squeezing? I can't figure it out. I have no idea what that is, man. I think it's crazy that they judge you based on exam/test results, and that's pretty much what dictates your success in getting into good universities. Yeah, I mean, well, it's a system. The whole schooling system is just how well could you follow instructions, right? Like that's the what's it called? I think that's the main issue, to be honest with you. Like yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I'm not too big on like trying to please them. I'm not really too interested in pleasing anybody anymore. So yeah. I hope one day your parents can understand you and your passion for something outside of school and rat race norm. They won't. It's like, why do you think the slaves were never freed before? Because they didn't allow themselves to be free. Any slave, I'm not just mean black slaves. I mean any slave in any era. At what age did you become strictly woke? I would say I truly woke up in 2017, so 4 or 5 years ago. Around 4 to 5 years ago. Actually, no, 2016 is when I was first introduced to my mentor, and then after that, kind of my life started like evolving, if that makes sense. So I would say like 5 to 6 years now. But every day I become more woke, per se. Do you believe the Yu-Gi-Oh 25th anniversary alternate Kaiba set will appreciate in value over time? I think it will appreciate like amazingly. Open a pack, you may pull a banger. Nah, man, not opening any packs. But if you own/run your own card shop, does that change your parents' perspective as now you are having a regular job? No, it doesn't, because no, it doesn't, because they again, like they consider a regular job as they do consider a physical store. If I open a physical store, they'll think it's a real job, but online store, that's like way beyond their reach. And I understand they didn't grow up in the age of the internet. And then the other type of job that a person can possibly have for them to be successful is basically just a regular office job. So yeah, I don't think that and that's okay. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really interested in trying to please anybody. Cardi, yes, pretty much. He's like, you took the job? No, I didn't take the job. Never. I bought several of those briefcases, but mine are not ready yet. Apparently, they come in waves, and my friend in Japan is serving as my middleman, so I should get them eventually. Congrats, man. You will love them. It's truly an amazing product. Do you think it's worth $800 right now? What, the case? I think eventually this is going to be $1,000, $2,000 item. No joke. But that's just my opinion. Most underrated promo cards in your opinion, in my opinion. UBP Exodia. How old are you, if I may ask? I just turned 28. Any card or product you're looking for at the moment? Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking. Maybe Elemental Hero Collection Volume 1. My cousin used to buy Super Nintendo games back in the day when we were kids. Would buy it twice, one to play, one to collect. Did you do anything like that in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh when you were a kid? Nah, I couldn't even buy one, so never mind two. I'm enjoying this, man. It's like we're all hanging out at your place just chatting, for sure. I relate a lot with your story. What was that truly changed your mindset for the better? Don't chase money. Money is not real. You understand? Money is not real. It's there's no value to it. You can work you can work literally your whole year for $40,000 or $100,000 or whatever, and the government can print it whenever they want. What is your time actually worth? That's once you understand that, it's over. Once you understand that, it's over. Then you would truly understand that it's not really worth anything. That it's not really worth. Yeah, that was what really changed my mind. It's just I understood how money works. So the thing that really woke me up was my economics teacher. His dumb ass was talking about how banks have the right to print money and whatever. And then in my brain, I was like I was looking around, and then literally my classmates were like, I was like, sir, would that not be considered counterfeiting? And he's like, well, it's counterfeiting if a regular person does it, but when the bank does it, it's not really counterfeiting. And I was like, okay, there's something wrong. And then I started digging, and then the rabbit hole opened, and I was like, oh shit, now I understand. Yeah, so once you start to understand that money is not real, and then you start to understand that all of these pawns on TV are not real, then you start to kind of get a clear grasp of how society is being shaped and herded across across time, if that makes sense. I drank the Kool-Aid and just bought the Kaiba cases. Hey, congrats, man. Holy, you're 28? Damn, we're the same age. I need to catch up. Yeah, I look a lot older, though. What's something you tell your younger self? What's something that... I would tell him, yes, you can. That's probably what I would tell him. Like, whatever it is, yes, you can. You want to do this? Yes, you can. That's what I would say. Because when you grow up in this world today, you're facing thousands of no's. Thousands of no, you can't do that. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do this until you do this. So that's what I would tell my younger self. Yes, you can. Awesome. I was a little worried about the factory quality, but I'm glad to hear it lived up to the hype. Yeah, man, it was beautiful. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be blown away, man. Hey, Strictly, new video was rad as always. Thank you, man. When you started investing in Yu-Gi-Oh, did you have any idea of how undervalued cards were? No, I had no idea. I just bought them for fun. Did you find out about the briefcase? How did you find out about the briefcase? What's your source, if we may know? I think there's this Yu-Gi-Oh News TCG on Instagram. That's how I saw it eventually. And then I saw the Japanese guys selling it. I was like, oh shit, gotta secure one. So I just went and bought. Strictly woke was once strictly broke, pretty much. I'm still pretty broke, man. Do you think the DBS card games are gonna appreciate in value at some point? I have no idea, man. You can work to death and still feel broke. Actually woke. 28 here from Taiwan as well. Are you a fan of Kanye West? I'm okay. He's, again, another asset. He's just a pawn. How do you have such an impressive collection? Is it continually investing? Pretty much. Pretty much. Why did you open the 61 cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anniversary Kaiba set? Won't that hurt the value of your item? Well, I did it for the video, pretty much. I'm hoping that the video does well, and it's an investment in my channel, right? I'm investing in my YouTube channel. So that's why I opened it. Number one. Number two, I wanted to see them, right? I'm not buying things to just... I'm not buying this one. Like, I have a sealed copy that I kept sealed. So, yeah. Have you ever wondered why they never printed all the crystal beasts as rares, as ultimate rares, FOTB, not just the Topaz, Tiger, and Pegasus? I have no idea, but I would love for them to bring those back. I think Crystal Beast is an awesome archetype. Do you like living in Canada? Would you ever consider moving to the US? No, I don't like living in Canada. I would love to go to the US if somebody can sponsor me. Eventually, I think one day I might just, like, up and go and be like, whatever, I'll deal with the consequences when I get there. I was actually ready to move, but the problem was they started requiring the jab. So I I obviously got stuck. I got trapped. I got trapped in my animal cage. But I was pretty much ready to move in like 2019, 2020. Where would you want to live in the US? Florida. Probably Florida or Texas. That's where I would want to live. Does Strictly Sealed sing? If so, what's your favorite song? If so, can you sing? If so, open a pack while singing a song. Well, no, I don't sing, but my favorite song is My Way by Frank Sinatra. That's the best song in the world. I definitely recommend you guys listen to it. My Way by Frank Sinatra. Where are you originally from, if you don't mind the question? I'm from the Middle East, Syria. That's where I was born, at least. Why don't you like living in Canada? I just think there's a lot of red tape. I just think there's a lot of red tape to running anything, to doing anything. You have to get this permission, this permission. I don't like that. Kanye West talks woke, talks about how there's industry plants in the world, talks about God. Have you seen any of his interviews? I think he's woke as well. No, he's what you call controlled opposition, man. He's what you call controlled opposition. You always have to be able to control the... You always have to be able to control the side that doesn't agree with you. You understand? That's how you do that. Oh, nice, man. Big fan from Kuwait. How's it going, man? أهلا وسهلا if you speak إذا بتحكي عربي. أهلا وسهلا. Favorite food? Huh?
Bread, cheese.
Bread, cheese. Yeah, bread, cheese, pizza, fries.
Cheesecake.
Wait, what? Are you an Arab? Yeah, I am an Arab. You're talking about the Drank Champ interview? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Are you a fan of the Matrix movies? They got so many hidden messages. I am a fan of them. I am. Thoughts on Kyrie Irving? Kyrie Irving is another controlled asset. I think he's... Look, you have to understand something, okay? I'm going to explain this so that you understand what I mean by controlled opposition. Even from the Roman times, okay? Like even from back in thousands of years, when there was a ruling class, okay? They always had their detractors. You always had that because you're never going to get everybody to like you. So what you have to do is this. You have to set up, basically you have to set up a figure, an idol that is opposing you, okay? But you are paying them. They're under your bankroll, they're under your payroll, and you pay them so that they can voice opinions that are against you. Now, they attract people to them, and these people who are actually real detractors of you, they start following this guy. And then as long as you can keep him under control, you basically keep everybody else under control. You understand? That's what controlled opposition is. They have to do this because otherwise, the people who are true detractors of you, they're going to run rampant. You understand? You need to be able to control them. And the way you do that is by controlling the leader, by setting up the leader yourself and making him, putting him in your pocket and having him, lead the charge against you, even though he's not really leading anything. Basically, he's just wasting their time. That's honestly what it is. That's what controlled opposition is. And I think that most media personnels are controlled oppositions. I don't think anybody has true organic thoughts of what they actually think or what they actually believe, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that Kyrie is 100% disingenuous. He might be telling the truth. But I do believe that he is bankrolled. I do believe that they have him in their pocket. I don't think that it's I don't think he can just run rampant and say whatever he wants. Also, I do believe he's a monarch controlled asset. He's a monarch butterfly. But anyway, does your wife want to go to the US? Yeah, she would love to go to the US. Favorite halal food? Shawarma, probably. I like this food called kusa mehshi. Okay, it's called kusa mehshi. Look it up if you can. It is the best food in the world. Like, it is absolutely delicious. What's your wife's favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? She has a bunch of them.
Thunder Unicorn.
Probably Thunder Unicorn. Yeah. You would have gotten more points if you said your favorite food is your wife's cooking. Well, my wife cooks bread all the time, pretty much. So she knows what I like. Did Team APS get their starter decks from you? As soon as I saw the video, I thought of you. No, they didn't, man. But what's it called? Those guys did an awesome video. I actually took one of the photos from them. I have a binder collection of every unlimited secret and unlimited ultra from LOB MRD. I made sure that they are 2002 prints in near mint condition. Good investment. I honestly cannot endorse buying unlimited as an investment. But to me, I think that if you're buying it for fun, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think that they are great cards to collect. I don't think they will hold value though. Can you speak fluently in another language besides English? Yeah, I can speak Arabic. VBE, that's one of the interviews. Fox News and CNN is controlled opposition. Yes, Fox News is controlled opposition, exactly. Kusa, bro. Thoughts on people who take out loans to purchase products for a profit? I think that's a very bad idea. I think you're making a very big mistake. It's a lot of risk. Most successful businesses start with your time, not with your money. Egyptian food is the best. That sounds good. Bro, you have to try, man. If you have what is it called? Adonis. If you have an Adonis near you, I don't know if it's a Canadian only chain, but if you have an Adonis, they serve kusa that are already cooked. Absolutely delicious, like one of the best foods in the world. All right, guys. Couscous. Yeah, I've tried couscous. Yeah, of course. You're making me hungry. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. I am so tired, guys. My voice is done. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for your support. You like sushi? Yeah, I like sushi. Ruxin's opening 2 Hobby SOI on Saturday. You gonna watch? Are you serious? That guy's a beast. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch for sure. Thoughts on the ghost from the past second haunting? I pre-ordered 10 boxes thinking of opening 6. You gotta rewind this video to see my thoughts on that. How many uncut sheets of IOC do you think there are out there? Like probably hundreds. I wouldn't doubt if there's like at least 100 of them. See you, dude. Appreciate the knowledge. Thank you, my man. We'll be back here in no time. Don't worry. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for your support. Honestly, I really appreciate you guys. Like, you guys have no idea what it means when I see people like appreciating my work. Thank you so much. How many sealed LOB cases? I don't know. Maybe probably like 5 or 5 to 10 of them. See you next week for 8K sub. Hopefully, God willing. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.